is that the 2K rankings are garbage, trash, inaccurate. Well, we're going to get down to the bottom of why every player is rated the way they're rated, if they're properly rated, and if they're not, where they should be. Oh, and by the way, this episode 637 is brought to you by the good guys over at Splash Sports. You see the new banner, you see the new branding, you see how we're doing things differently. Well, it's a new season, it's a new era, and it's a new time and place here up on the panel. What's good, fellas? How y'all feeling today? I had a good weekend?
Yes, sir. Running good.
Good.
I might not be as involved in this conversation because I don't know much about 2K. I'm sorry. I don't play video games like that. So I apologize, guys.
High number good, low number bad.
Okay, I get that part, but I mean, I don't understand how we why is KD, not KD, let me rephrase that. Let me see. I don't know, Amin Thompson, Mars. Why is Amin Thompson, I don't know, an 89 and Tyler Hero is a 86 or some shit like that? I don't understand how that works. I just threw the number out there. I don't know if that's
but
number.
In that case, it's the higher overall is just the player they think is better based on however they do it. So it's like our player rankings, but with numbers.
Well, Amin Thompson, believe it or not, Chill, actually has the 41st best ranking, and he's ranked at an 87. And Tyler Hero, ironically, is 42nd, and he has an 86.
I just threw those numbers out. I didn't know that. And it wouldn't be ironic.
Right next to each other.
You was close.
And it wouldn't be ironically, Mars. It wouldn't be ironically, Ron. It would be coincidental. So would you focus, Ron? Would you focus?
Please? Well, W video games, okay?
W what?
W video games. It's about time we get into this.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on the screen so you guys can see the actual rankings right now for those who do play and those who don't play. And if you're wondering why this is important, well, the thing about it is I want to see if 2K is consistent with our rankings. Now, keep in mind, some of you guys may think 2K rankings are important. Some of you guys may think it's irrelevant. Some of you guys don't think it's neither here or there. The thing about it is 2K has a job, and their job is to rank players based on their performances. Players take this serious. You've heard players at 2K. We've been hearing about players bribing 2K to get their rankings higher.
What?
And we just, Chill, this is a big deal. 2 players.
Who did that, Ron? Are you serious?
Yeah. I have to look it up. Ronnie 2K, he talks about all this type of stuff all the time. I don't remember the exact player. I'd have to look up the article and all that good stuff. But he's alluded to certain things like this.
So we got people slipping dough under the table. That's what we doing, Ox. We got people slipping dough under the table.
Is Ronnie 2K on the take for real? That's nuts. Yo, Swiper, I gotta say this. My only issue, because of course, contrary to popular belief, I become prepared, So Swiper, I want to say this. The one issue I have, the only issue I have so far is that Asia Wilson is not 101.
What is she in the
98. 98. That's ridiculous.
Has anybody ever gotten 100?
Shaq and
has anyone ever been better than Asia Wilson? No. So I'm like, why is she not a 101? That's
interesting.
But apparently, there's someone better than her right now in her league. So
that's not true, Mars. Don't believe the hype.
What does Nafisa have? What does Nafisa have, Ron? I'm
she a 98 too.
Okay.
Come on, Chill. You know what it is.
Okay, so 98 is 98 in the WNBA is probably the highest.
98 is the highest in the NBA too.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Shay.
So here we go. These are the rankings right here on 2K site. Top 10, and we're going to compare this to our top 10 right after I run down these rankings to you guys. But we got Jokic at 1. He is a 98. SGA at 2. He is a 98. Giannis at 3. He should be, doesn't matter what he should be. He's a 97. Luka and Anthony Edwards are both 95s. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Victor Wembanyama are up next, and they are all 94s. And then you have Kevin Durant at a 93. Did 2K get this right, or is this garbage?
This is history.
History.
Yeah, it's the first time LeBron is not the highest rated player on his own team. Ever.
It is history.
What's has James ever gotten like a 98 or a 99, something like that?
He's been a 99.
He's been a 99 his
Hell,
whole
hell
I don't
yeah.
know, Ron.
Has
Again,
Oh, he hasn't been a 99. Oh, okay. Whoops.
so he
yeah,
has been a 99.
Yeah, it's been a lot of
I
years.
thought
He
he
hasn't.
He
been
was in
99,
Miami.
but
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I
He
don't
was
know.
definitely a 99.
yeah, he was a
They've
99.
become more. They've become more. What's the words?
Scarce.
Like they're less harsh now with the ratings. Like they're
Oh.
giving way more 90 overalls
Mhm.
and whatever than they're used to in the past.
So
So
They used to have a ton of 90s though, and then it was like a point where they went down for a stint, and then I don't know. I stopped playing around like 2K14, 13, so I don't know what it's been like since then. But I know
So-
like throughout the thousands, they had their ups and downs where they were
So-
giving
I think
them
the
out.
word you're
and then
looking
where they
for,
were
Boss,
taking
is
them away.
lenient.
In his rookie
Yeah,
season,
yes,
he
it
was a
is. Thank you.
78. Then he went to an 88, then a 97, 98, 97, 99.
What year was he in
90.
99?
This
2K9,
would
I
have
want to say.
been okay. So that was 2K
For sure, 2K9.
2K5, 2K6.
Yeah, but
2K7,
Pin,
2K8.
you
2K9.
that statement you made was kind of nasty, and I
Why is
think
that?
you know why. And when you say this is the first time he hasn't been the highest player on his team, I think Pin
Highest
knows why
rated
that's
player.
Yeah, right. Highest rated player, but
It's not
we all
nasty.
know
It's a fact.
no, it is nasty because
But we know why, though, Ox.
Well,
Let's not act like.
no, chill, hold on, because
Because he's
while
50 years old.
no. What I'm saying is, while LeBron was a 97 in 2K11, there was somebody else on this team that was also a 97.
Cooker box.
Wasn't
saying
Chris
that.
Bosh- wasn't
But no,
Chris Bosh-
no, LeBron was a 97.4. D Wade was a 97.2.
Sure, Mars.
Yeah,
But anyways,
yeah.
carry on, y'all. Let's
Was he- was- was
keep
he-
it current.
what-
Let's
what
keep
year-
it current.
What year was that, Ox?
Okay, Ox.
That was 2011, and then 2010.
Ox.
2010, he was two more over D. I mean, 2012, he was two more over D Way. But let's keep it current, y'all. Wait a minute.
Humor me, Ox.
I was about to say,
If
go
two
ahead.
players are 97, is it fair to say that they're both the highest rated player on their own team?
What I'm saying, Pin, is while you didn't lie to the people, you misled the people. That's all I'm saying. That
You
was
misled-
such a political statement. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that serious, Pin. I'm not trying to call you out as much as I'm trying to inform the people. That's
You're great
And he's
for
also
math.
trying to show
You're
how
great for a
prepared he
math
is.
teacher
That's also
punching
what
air
he
right now. Like I don't know how I
I-
pass this guy.
oh
Ox
shit, Mars up prepared.
Yeah, Ox also showing how prepared he is. That's what he doing.
Which, by the way, Ox, I want to expand on your logic because again, I don't really know much about video games, right? I don't play video games. So if D Wade is a 97.2 and James is a 97.4, this is James as the best player in the league, right?
Wait, Mars, they didn't no. I don't know because I didn't see that, but I don't believe there was ever any.
There's tiers within the 98s and 97.
No.
It's why Jokic is the highest 98 and Shea.
That's what I was at. Where I was going with this,
Yeah.
Mars, is are we suggesting that 2011 Dwayne Wade is better than what 2025, 26 Luka will be? Are we suggesting that possibly?
That appears to be what the implication is.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's what it sounds like.
I'm just all I was saying is put a little respect on D Wade. That's all. That was my only reason for even bringing that up. That was my only reason. It's just like let's not forget about D Wade and how good he was as a basketball player.
Fellas, so I want to ask y'all based on these tiers, if these tiers are correct, and I'm gonna just go down everything. We don't got to get into any any deep debates, but I just want to see how you guys feel about these tiers that 2K has. Obviously, they have Jokic and SGA at the top tier. Then they have Giannis the tier below, slightly 97 and 98. Do we believe that there is a gap between those three?
I mean, they gave Shea that because of the season he had, but I think them holding.
What the game
And rightfully so, swipe.
No, I think what I'm saying
the game
is,
is supposed to do.
yeah, I think what I'm saying is that like the reason they're
He is
holding.
the cover athlete too. Typically, if you're the cover athlete, they'll give you a little extra boost.
So when Dame was on the front cover
Yeah,
of
did they give Devin Booker a boost in 23?
I'm kind of curious. Y'all remember the original 2K on Dreamcast? Y'all remember that initial one with Allen Iverson on the cover?
This for your old people. Go ahead.
Allen Iverson on the cover. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, Allen Iverson was the highest rated player in that game.
He wasn't actually.
Was it Shaq?
Shaq.
who was it, Ron?
It was. I'm pretty sure it was Shaq. It
Iverson
wasn't Iverson though.
Iverson was 97.
Are you pretty sure? Ron?
Oh no! That was the next year. 2K1. They did Iverson bad after because he won the
He's
MVP
still the cover?
in 2001. Yeah,
He was still the cover athlete.
Ron, can I see those rankings? Because you talked about like the gap between these guys. Okay, so Joker at 98, Shea at 98, Giannis at 97. I mean,
Jokic and Shea have the same dunk,
interesting.
and Luka. And Wemby. Wemby has the same dunk as Luka. Wemby has the same dunk as Luka.
That is crazy. Luka shed a few pounds. Now all of a sudden, you see what 2K be doing? Hey, that's why Ox, we're going to take 2K to Ox Court.
This is crazy. Well, I mean, I think the overall, like, I guess everything's important. I'm curious to know, like, what are all the categories they rank? But as long as the overall is accurate, I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of attributes. You got obviously 3-point shooting, mid-range shooting, free throws, ball handle, speed with ball, pass accuracy, interior defense, perimeter defense, steal, block, speed, agility.
Why is Luka so high then?
And then you have the inside score and stuff. Yeah, you have close shots, which are different from driving layups because close shots are like hook shots and stuff in 2K.
Yeah.
Then you got driving dunk, standing dunk, post control. I think that's all. And defensive and offensive rebounding. And then you got like the intangible stats that they put on.
Rebounder.
And the way 2K uses intangibles, basically, if they do all of your attributes, so let's say they give you 85 close shot, 89 layup, 78 3, blah blah blah. And your overall comes out to like an 88, but 2K feels you should be a 91. They'll just upgrade your intangibles so that your overall goes up. That's how they use.
What about badges? They give you the
and then badge. There's a whole lot of
badges influence your rating a lot, big time.
But does Wemby, like, obviously, why is Wemby's dunk a 75? Because he can dunk from anywhere. Maybe he just doesn't dunk a lot. Does he not dunk a lot?
Maybe he doesn't dunk as much. Impact on dunking.
So they gave him a 90 standing dunk, but a 75 driving dunk. So they're saying if he's under the rim, he's gonna dunk it, but he's not gonna drive by you and punch on someone. Is what they're saying.
But that's not free.
So he has the same driving dunk as Luka Doncic.
But somebody else that doesn't really drive the dunk.
And I don't. Did Luka dunk last year?
No.
So I'm sure he got at least one or two.
Let's see.
No. You're talking frequency, and they're talking talent. So the ratings are talent. There's another set of sliders for frequency. So shot frequency, dunk frequency, etc.
Does he have dunk talent?
Luka had one dunk.
Has a 75.
Luka's had 3 dunks in the last 2 years, regular season. No, 3 dunks in the last 2 years.
Chill. I'm not sure about this.
But he has 75.
I'm just saying, what's going on here? We're talking about speed on defense. We're talking about speed. We're talking about dunking.
Steph got a dunk last year.
Yes, he did.
He's at 36.
Meanwhile, Luka's at a 75.
He's 836, so he is 36.
He got 36.
Chill, but I mean, Luka is 6'8" though. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that's like a dunk ability thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he might. I think they might be looking forward. Like, okay, he lost some weight. He's 6'7". We'll call it 6'7". That's fair, Mars. He's 6'7". Okay. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably get 15 dunks this season. You know,
over and under on Luka's dunks.
What's the number?
14 and a half.
10 dunks.
How about 9.5? 9.5.
How about 10?
I'll take the over.
He gonna get a dunk opening night.
Yeah, we're taking the over.
They
play Warriors.
He gonna drive by someone. He gonna fake the pass. He gonna get a nice little one-handed dunk. Guarantee it.
My question, Ron, is why? Like you just showed me the list. Why don't you just give me 100? Why am I getting a 99? What's the problem? Can I just have 100? I mean, you'll boost me from an 88 to a 91. Why can't I get boosted from a 98 to 100? What's the problem?
I do think the best player should be 100. And
what's the deal?
Relative.
Well, I think you should only get 100.
That's not the way that works, Swiper.
They've only ever had one 100.
Who? If you're
Check.
Jordan. Well, Jordan was 100, and player 99 was 100. This is before Jordan was on the game. Jordan at one point was not like allowed, and he did not allow for his rights to be on the game. So he was player 99, 23 for the Bulls, and he was like had no picture. And so then at that point, that he was 100 overall.
But Swiper, my thing is,
Jordan.
Are we doing 2K relative
2K was
to
around?
Are we doing?
Oh no, he did on the Wizards. Cap, he did on the Wizards.
NBA Live,
he was nice on the Wizards too.
Shaq, from my knowledge, is the only 100 overall in like 2K2 or 3 or
right. That is
he's only 100.
To your point, though,
I don't think Shaq was 100. I think he was 99.
I'm pretty sure.
To your point, though, Ron,
in 2K2. after those 15-1 playoffs. I think he was 100.
Was Shaq ever 100?
But my thing is, Swiper.
He was a 99 in 2K too much.
Should it be relative to the league, or should it be relative to other?
No, it should be relative to the game, because the issue you can't
to the game.
That. Because remember, when you have all-time teams, you're putting they have like 99 Miami Heat. They have all like Shaq Orlando, Dwight Orlando. They all play on the same team when you do like the all-time team. So like you just can't have like 100 level Chris Webber in 2002, and then you're playing versus for the Kings, and you're playing versus Miami, and that Miami's a 99 LeBron. Like you always want to do relative to like the rest of it, like history, just because you don't want to have players that are overpowered versus previous era players.
Well, 2K and NBA Live, they've had different times where it was players that were just like unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe, they had Bron when he was like dunking from the 3-point line, and it's crazy.
Mark, you are correct. In 2001,
Kobe and Powell, the best two-man game in the NBA.
At the end of that 15-1 run, he had a 100 going into the next season.
Who?
Box said bad research. Interesting.
Yeah, 98's the highest they've gone in this era. They had Jokic had a 98 and 23. He's had a 98 since 2023, I believe. And then he dropped to a 97 to start the year, going into 24, and then they raised him back up, and then he's maintained that. And then Giannis is kind of gone between 98, 96, 97 to where he is right now.
Is it more so based off of last year's performance, or is it that plus like projected into the season?
It's they usually start off at a certain point, but then in the year they will upgrade you or downgrade you within the first few weeks based on how you're playing.
Okay. So
they change ratings quite often, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said that he was 100, I got so that's what I'm saying. I don't got the adjusted ratings. I just got the ratings. I didn't know that they moved it up and down. Okay, I got you.
How often do I'm sorry.
Every few games at some point.
Yeah, they change. I can't give you a time.
So you mean
they're very consistent in how often they change.
Yeah, so let's say you're at a 75 3-point rating, and they're expecting you to be like a 33%, 34% 3-point shooter, and you come out and shoot 38, 39%, they'll boost you up to an 82.
This is during the season.
Yeah. During
okay.
They'll let you ride out a hot streak or a cold streak, but it's not like every 2 games. It's like, oh my god, I guess he's a way better 3-point shooter. I think the spirit of these rankings is misunderstood. A lot of people think it's like this is 2K's opinion of these players. I don't really think that's exactly what they're doing. I think what they're doing is trying to make these teams realistic to play with, right? So maybe sometimes you have a really, really good player and they have a teammate and they'll get a subtle boost to make that team a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you see that happening. And sometimes you have a really good player on not a good team and they'll actually lower everybody's rating. So I think that's part of it. And also sometimes you got an unstoppable player who's like 67. Shout out to Mamadou Diarra, in NBA 2K. That dude was unstoppable.
Well, I want to go back to my original statement. Because if they're doing adjusted ratings, Asa will just 100% be 100.
She will never be 100.
If that well, then she should be.
But if you boost all of her attributes up to 100 right now, she'll still be a 99. That's the way the algorithm works.
Well, damn, the algorithm.
You cannot get it to 100.
And they also
99 is 100. That's what I'm saying. 99 is 100.
It don't gotta make sense, okay? I know you want it to make sense. It doesn't have to. What I'm saying is she should be 100.
All right, fellas. Luka and Anthony Edwards, should they both be rated at 95?
No.
I think Ant is too high.
He is too high.
Why, Moss?
I don't think Ant is the 5th best player in the NBA. But he's ranked as the 5th best player in the NBA.
Per 2K.
It could be the 4th.
But he's going to be the 5th.
No, but they have him at 5. 95.3 for Luka. 95 flat.
Wait, they really be doing the .3s?
No, not in actual.
No, but there's a reason Jokic is 1 and Shea is 2. Because Shea's their cover athlete.
Yeah.
And they're both 98s. They very easily could have just put Shea 1. They didn't. So Jokic is a higher 98. That's my theory. Because Shea has more badges than Jokic too. So
yeah, no. You know what the Jokic clan would do if they put Shea above him?
Clan?
They'll accept it because Shea had the season in which he swept all awards.
No.
Well, fellas, speaking of sweeping awards, chat, I got the biggest badge of honor that you guys can get, and I'm curious to know who's going to earn it or win it or take home the 50K prize in the Survivor game with Splash Sports. You see, Player's Choice, we've done a little tinkering and moving things around, and now, as you can see, this big, beautiful whale right here is who we rocking with, and it's you guys' turn to make a splash and go ahead and get you 50,000 large. Now, here's how this works. You obviously join the pool, which it takes $25 to get in. Now, every entrant will select the winner for one game per week. Now, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, this is for football as of right now. Obviously, once the basketball season gets here, we'll get into that. But I know we have a lot of football fans, and then we have a lot of people out there that just have ball knowledge, and I believe you can convert that over to the football side. Now, every entrant will select one winner per week, and the winner will advance. If it's a tie, if it's a loss, or if it's whatever the case is, anything other than a win, you will be out. No questions asked. And the person that makes it the furthest takes home the whole prize. And let's say it's week 7 of the NFL season and it's 10 people left and all 10 people lose. Well, then you guys just split the 50K. No, hey, no harm, no foul, no loss. But that is how we are rocking with this Survivor tournament. The link is in the description, pinned at the top of the chat. You make sure to get over there so you can join and get your chance at $50,000. Oh, and then it's another little game too for 15K. Nothing too major. But the thing about this one is it's every single week. You'll be basically given a slate of games, and it's your job to pick the right answers or the most right answers for those slates of games. And whoever, well, gets the most right and makes the best picks takes home the 15K. And once again, obviously, if it's tied, then you get to split the money between the people who tie, yada, yada, yada. But once again, 50K, 15K. The good guys over at Splash Sports are doing the community a justice. You guys better take advantage of it. Links in the bio. We'll see you guys in the winner's circle. Oh, and once again, with Splash Sports, you're not competing against the house. You are competing against everybody else that's in that prize pool. So don't be an amateur. Compete against other fans like yourself. Don't compete against the house. That's what bozos do. All right, fellas, back to these rankings. We talked about Luka and Anthony Edwards. I want to go to this next tier. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Wemby. I don't believe we had Wemby in our top 10. We had him there.
Some of us did.
Yeah, I did. I think Penn did.
I had him at 5. Yeah, I had him.
I've had him.
We had us 3 on this side had him in. You 3 didn't.
I had Wemby.
Didn't we get him into 8 or something, Mars?
No, we had him in the top 10, and then he ended up being in 12,
14 through whatever.
Yeah, he ended up going down a lot.
Got you.
Yeah, he fell below Hadley at 13.
It's also interesting to note how if you take the same player, I don't know what you did there. If you take the same player and you change their position, their rating changes.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So what is his rating at the shooting guard?
I
could get on 2K right now and check that for you.
If we move into the if it's not too much to ask, because I'm curious.
Am I allowed to do that, Ron, or does that count as me slacking off work? Just let me know.
That's working. That is directly working.
Yeah, but it's research and development.
If
we move Ant to the lead guard, what does his 2K rating look like?
Probably a lot worse because he does less. He does less lead guard things than he does off ball things.
Probably at 92 or something.
He'd probably be like 91. Sometimes a player be 90 as a small forward. You move him to point guard, they go to 82. Kind of depends.
I like that. Actually, I think that's cool. I think that makes sense.
It does make a little bit of sense.
I like that.
So wait. All right, so obviously 2K's top 10 once again. I'm going to read 2K's top 10 and then I'm going to read our top 10. So they had Jokic, SGA, Giannis, Luka, Anthony Edwards, Steph, Bron, Tatum, Wemby, and KD. But remember, we did our rankings based on how people performed last year. We haven't done a projective ranking going into next season. But however, our ranking at the end of last season was Jokic, SGA, Giannis. So we got that right. At 4 and 5, we had Tatum and Anthony Edwards. So Anthony Edwards was 5 on ours. But instead of Luka being 4, Jason Tatum was 4. Then we had LeBron, Steph, Luka, Anthony Edwards, KD. So KD was at 10. We got that right. Or did the same thing. LeBron, Steph, same range. Only difference is we had Anthony Edwards in ours and 2K doesn't.
What? They had him at 5. We had him at 5.
Or not Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis.
Oh, okay. But see, that's the thing. 2K is projecting forward, assuming probably that he's going to be on a worse team.
Yeah.
Kyrie is out, to start the season. And they're probably expecting him to regress a little bit because he's older.
Wemby is an 89 overall shooting guard.
I might run Wemby at the 2 for real.
He needs to be at 89 because that's the position he plays, man.
I don't mind losing a couple.
Wait, but the last time we seen, you were talking about AD, right?
Me?
I mean, the last time we seen AD, he was amazing. So I mean, that was 3 months ago. You don't lose it in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, I'm old now. 3 months ago, hey, back in the day, 3 months ago, So
it'll be 5 months between playing, right?
Oh, well, 5 months. Okay, that makes the whole difference then.
Yeah. When you're 32 years old, how old is he? 32?
Chris Paul became washed in 1 day. So,
I mean, for real, right?
That's when he went to the Warriors.
Russell Westbrook.
He became washed once he hit his
Russell Westbrook went from Ron thinking he's going to be 6th man of the year to he can't get a contract. That happened in 1 day.
With him, 6th man of the year doesn't have anything to do with him not getting a contract last year because he absolutely was in that race. Hey, Penn, I owe you a little something for that.
Yes, you do. $20.
Oh yeah. Text me and remind me.
Russell Westbrook is absolutely better than some people who are signed on NBA teams, right?
100%. So
and I'm not going to Charlotte for the league minimum when Chris Paul is going at almost 40 years old, going to San Antonio for $11 million.
What's that got to do with Russell Westbrook?
A lot of times, Chill, we charge we up here on this platform. A lot of times we try to rank players based on what team's willing to sign them or what they were traded for. That's not equivalent to how good they are. You know
who does that? Like, put a name on it.
He's taking.
I'm saying no. I'm not. I'm saying it's not only you, Pin. So I'm not attacking you. I'm saying on this platform, a lot of Ron, come on, bro. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, that happens on this platform, and every time it happens, I strongly disagree with you.
Who does it? If you can't put a name on it, matter of fact, let me bring somebody up here who doesn't mind putting names on things. Hello,
oh no,
you trying to start some mess. I'm just saying,
that's an amazing shot.
Let me put all the foreigners up top.
What? Wait.
All the foreigners. You
international people.
Swiper,
you up here too. International man of mystery.
That's what I'm saying.
Swiper, do you think that who do you think was better last season, Chris Paul or Russ?
Russ, sure.
Come on, man.
I mean, Russ had higher floors. Chris Paul just didn't sink the team like that. So I mean, it just depends on what you want. Like higher floor, much higher floor. Russ. No, I think that it's just basketball. Like I think if you have streaks of having negative play, I think it does affect your overall season outlook.
He saved your life.
No, I just are we having basketball discussion? Are we doing this troll thing again? I just
what do you mean? Swiper no, chill, hold on, because I hate when Swiper
does what?
When Jamal, so you're telling me there wasn't a time when Jamal was hurt or whatever, and Russ stepped
start
up
the season.
Russ was playing great.
I've gone through this. Russ played really great to start the year off, and then as older players do, as the year goes on, when he started getting more playing time, and I think got worn down and started getting injured. Russ had a knee injury, and then he had a 25 game stretch where he was averaging 5 turnovers a game and shooting sub 40%. That happened for 20 plus games. That was after an injury. So I'm saying that he started really, really well.
Swiper, how do you know so much about the Denver Nuggets?
You said what?
How do you know so much about the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, I mean, I watch every game, every minute, cover every action.
I just know. I don't know anyone else up here who watches every single Denver Nuggets game. So I think
not watch every Denver game. I don't
care how many. That's not even the point. What I'm saying is to say that Russ sunk your team was that's what I'm.
I said that he had periods where he sunk the team. Yes.
Okay, and what I'm saying is I just thought that was kind of a
So
it was kind of harsh for you to say that Russ sunk.
After the
I
knee
don't know.
injury,
I don't think it's
Swiper
harsh
did
to
a
say
lot
that
of
like you had
defending of
periods of bad play that affected the team
Let's
negatively.
Swiper talk, bro.
Yeah, I think that matters. I think Chris Paul has less of those moments. He just doesn't have the ceiling because he doesn't have the ability to have like, Russ, for instance, versus OKC the second time they played had like 27, 7-7, 29, 7-7 or whatever he did, driving to the lane. Chris Paul didn't have a lot of those games. But like I said, remember before last summer, Hawks, I was super high on Chris Paul. And I said Chris Paul would be better than Fred VanVleet for the first couple months, which he was. But Chris Paul's also older. And so as the year went on, Chris Paul wasn't the same player. I think it's really hard when you're 38, 39, 40 years old to play. You play really well early, but then you just start and the minutes get to you. And I think physically you're just not able to hold up. And Russ, Ox, the one thing we love about Russ, both of us, because we both think Russ is great. Like, we had the
not Ox doesn't think that about him.
A lot of us do. I think Russ.
Wait. I thought Russ was. Never mind. Go ahead, Swiper.
His energy is really valuable. The aggression he plays with is really valuable. His defense was really valuable. He's a great defensive playmaker last year. But the issue is when he gets out of whack, it's the shot that goes, the turnover that gets there, and because he has to have the ball, he starts turning that ball over, and he's missing shots, and it's just like very timely plays negatively. Then I'm saying that's the stuff that really gets to you. And I think it was the 76ers game, Ox, where he hurt himself. And then that was the point from then on. Like I said, he just had like a 20-plus game stretch, Ox, where he was damn near leading the league in turnovers tonight to guard. Like I'm saying, like that's a lot, and you're not making shots.
Well, Swiper, if you remember before the season, when you were super excited about signing Russ, I was saying like you know what you're getting, right?
Yep.
I was the one actually that was like, he's a turnover machine. Mm-hmm. That's going to happen with good intention by Russ. I think Russ is trying to win. He plays a lot of winning basketball. So so that's why maybe when I see that time span of where Russ is coughing it up a little bit, I'm kind of like, well, that's expected. But and it's still a negative impact on your basketball team. I do understand that. But I also want to say that I think Russ played a lot of good basketball, and I think he came through for y'all in the playoffs.
In the first round.
Yeah. So that's all I was saying. So when you said that, I was kind of like, whoa, I didn't think he sunk your team. So that was my only thing. I was there. I saw everything you saw, Swipe. Of course, I didn't watch 82 games of Denver Nuggets basketball, but I saw more than enough to understand what you're saying. I just thought that, I just didn't think Russ sunk the team.
Do you think Chris Paul makes as many?
Right quick, Swiper. I think I just want to say that I think Penn is 100% right. If you don't watch the game, or if you don't watch that specific team in enough games, you can't speak on them. You can't speak on those certain players. But here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. With the Gametime app, now you will have the ability to speak on any team and any player you want because you can get in the game the easiest way possible, and you can get last-minute tickets. You see, that's the beautiful thing about the Gametime app. And I'm specifically talking to the NFL fans because, well, it's NFL season. So football fans, let me put you on game real quick. You ever try to grab tickets to one of these other apps, and then all of a sudden at the last second, they tack on an extra $60 in fees? Yeah, well, not with Gametime. You see, the thing with Gametime Sports is this is the best all-in pricing that you are going to find, and that's why I've been using this to go to NFL, MLB, WNBA games forever. You see, Gametime shows you the full price up front. There's no shady surprises, and they don't try to sneak you on the back end and get a couple extra dollars from you. That's something Big Ox would do. I would never condone anything like that. But the Gametime app is so clutch. And on top of that, if you're a procrastinator like Swiper and you got to get in at the last minute, the thing about it is they have tickets all the way up until kickoff. I'm talking about the price drops the closer it gets to game time. So what are you waiting for? Download the Gametime app. Use my code, our code, Chilltown, Mars, Big Ox, Penn, Swiper, even Fluence code, PLAYERS, for $20 off your first purchase. That's code PLAYERS for $20 off. Don't miss out. Gametime, legit tickets, lowest prices, and no stress at all. Go ahead and do it. And if that's not enough, you see here, we have the Raycon Everyday Earbuds Classic. Whew. This message is sponsored and brought to you by Raycon. Remember the back-to-school days shopping as a kid? New notebooks, new shoes, new backpacks, new routines, all of that good stuff. Well, we might not be in school anymore, but you still love that feeling of a fresh start. That's why this fall, we're calling it Back to Cool. Got a ring to it, huh? Back to Cool, because Raycon's everyday earbud classics are a must-have for getting into the routine and making everything feel smoother and cooler. You see, Raycon's everyday beats are packed with upgrades, active noise cancellation, multi-point connectivity, so you can pair with multiple devices at once, and they're super comfortable with ergonomic fit that stays put. Yes, you heard that. Ergonomic fits that stay put. You see the mint green up here? That's a cool little neat color. Personally, not my favorite, but you see the mint, you see the black. They have a bunch of different colors that you can choose from. And on top of that, it has 32 hours of battery life. So here's what you need to do while you're listening to the panel. You need to go to raycon.com/PCS to get 20% off your purchase statewide today. Click the link in the description box, or once again, go to raycon.com/PCS for 20% off your first purchase. You like? You like? Huh? You like?
Dope.
Wow.
You attached the string too?
Yeah, this is dope. I actually only charged these one time, bro. I haven't had to charge them again.
I use mine almost every day when I go to the gym, so I got to charge mine pretty consistently just for upkeep. But yeah, I love them. They're great. They actually have more bass in them than some standard headphones that I have that are very similar. So, man, shout out Raycon. They're really nice.
Salute to them. Fluent.
Y'all should get the rose gold.
I gotta get some. I still got these big old things. I'm gonna upgrade today.
And by the way, if we had to rank procrastinators, I can guarantee you I'd be at the bottom of the list on the panel. And then you'd be at
the lowest rated.
No, sir.
Makes sense.
No, sir.
Makes sense.
You'd be at the top though, Ron.
Steph Curry dunk. I got it.
You send the link 2 minutes before the show starts. So like, if we had to do a procrastinator,
right? Yo, Ron, I'm telling you,
30 minutes before.
I got the link.
Priority, Pin. Priority.
Me and Swiper do not appreciate that every ad read, somehow you taking shots at us. Like,
I'm actually incorporating you guys and bigging you guys up.
Oh yeah.
Fluent, how you doing today? Your steals in 99, Alex. What else can I say?
What are we talking about today? Anyways, I came in and I heard Grecians and a bunch of words that in the chat.
Oh. Well, I used the word Grecians the other day, and it's just not. Apparently, it's not a popularized word, I guess, to talk between people. But Grecian is a word that's utilized. I just used it in a manner I guess people are unfamiliar with. So this was like 4 or 5 days ago, something like that.
We don't use that. No,
I know.
Coming from an actual Grecian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
what up, brother?
Are you Greek? Are you Grecian?
There's no such thing. So I'm Greek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greek.
Nah, the Grecian freak. Can't wait to start using that on playback.
The Grecian freak.
That's maybe someone who's greasy. I don't know. That's
the greasy. Yeah, I might not want to say that one. But Pin, how do you feel about this? Influent, you as well. How do you feel about this top 10? We have Jokic at 1, Shea at 2, Giannis at 3, Luka at 4, Anthony Edwards at 5, Steph at 6, Bron at 7, Tatum at 8, Wemby at 9, and KD at 10. Would this be your top 10?
No, this is a popularity bias. This is like name recognition. You get a boost. Okay.
So this isn't the top 10?
No, probably not.
It's not that far off. I don't really have too many issues other than clearly they're projecting for this year. If you're going to put Shea on the cover, you should probably make him number 1. And Wemby's a little high. Other than that, no, it's okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you my issue with this. The issue is the gap.
Wasn't that crazy?
The issue is the gap between the top and the bottom of this list. Now, I understand from a marketing standpoint what it means to the sales to give every single market a team, a player. For most markets, let's just be honest, the Raptors don't have a single player rated over 85. But there's a lot to be said about like, okay, well, Houston Rockets are going to be Houston fans are going to be hyped that KD is 93 and Amen is 97. But if Jokic is 98, KD is like 85, 86. I think you need to scale everything down to appease the top players so that the top players are really just the top players. Now, I understand that they do some things to make sure that actually does happen, that Jokic is that great, and the way the algorithm, or their design of ratings scales up. A 98 is so much more than just one more than a 97. I get that. But I think from the aesthetics, I personally prefer those old live games where your rookies were like 58s and 62s, because I think that's more reflective of reality. Whereas now, like, a rookie can come in and be like an 82 right away. It's just like, why are we so afraid to hurt?
What's Cooper Flag?
You're saying
82. He's literally 82.
Cooper Flag's an 82. Wemby was an 84 when he came in.
Wemby clears.
Yeah, well, that turned out to be accurate. So
it will be accurate.
It's better than a 58 overall Wemby. I know that.
Oh, that's 58's crazy.
But that's
58.
I also think an 85 rated Kevin Durant is crazy. But
was Kevin Durant 85? I didn't see that.
No, that's Penn's suggestion is he should be an 85.
I just think like the gap between the top 2-3 players and the next group is very large. Like, I think the gap between you got Anthony Edwards on your team and Giannis Antetokounmpo on your team might be the gap between 4 wins. That's not 2 points. That's a big gap. But we don't want to offend Anthony Edwards by putting him at 90 or 89.
So how much further would you put Jokic above everybody? Can I get what your top 5, maybe 10 would look like?
Yeah, I would put Jokic at 99. I would put Shea at 96. I'll put Giannis at probably 97. Right?
No one should ever get a 99. No one's that good because no one's that good offensively and defensively. No one.
Shaq was.
Steph Curry was a 99, so that doesn't mean anything.
Yes, he was.
Will knock him down too.
Okay,
so he's not saying what they were. He's saying what they should be, y'all. So you saying that Steph Curry was a 99? That doesn't disprove.
Well, no, he said offense and defense as if two-way value means anything for some of these rankings, though.
If your overall is based on an addition of attributes, all of the attributes, surely having 60s in defense is going to bring the overall down.
At least
what we're saying is, if that same player with his offensive attributes was also good on defense, he'd still be a 99.
Well,
how does that make sense?
The player, so the only 60.
99. Use Jokic as the example. If Jokic is a 99, okay, what is he on defense? To Mars's point,
he's a 74 on defense. He has the lowest thing he has.
He's got the back 89. Currently, he's a 47.
No, wait.
What if he was an elite defender? What if he was an elite defender? He's still a 99? Like, he gets no love for being an elite defender?
No, because they nerfed some of his offense. He has an 85 playmaking. So, like, that's what I'm saying.
The thing is that what Jokic does.
Hold on, Pin, just to finish that. They also nerf some of the stuff he does have. I think the 56 block is like legitimate. He's a horrible rim protector.
He has an 85 playmaking because he has 60 speed of ball.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
That's not enough.
No, that's but I'm saying it's a nerf because I don't think there's an actual way to accentuate like some of the playmaking value for some of these players because some of these things are so arbitrary. I think like the 60.
He has a 93 pass accuracy, 98 pass IQ, and 97 vision.
Yeah, I know, but I've gone over some of this before though. Like I think if you're talking about like the difference between 99, because Jokic has gotten up to like that at points in the season. I'm saying that then they just brought him back down to a 98. I think what they do is they then take some of these attributes that are I think could be higher and then they lower them like for the sake of keeping it at like a 98. I think there are some things about certain players that could be higher.
We're gonna have a couple of guys who do the scoring on Fluent and Chill to explain why Sports Fluent NBA free agent isn't in the game, and we're gonna ask them that question because I got to get to the bottom of that because there's no way anyone should be a 99.
Well, here's the thing: Shaq was 100 in 2K2, right? At the exact same time, so he was the same age in 2K2, 2K3 that Jokic was last year. Jokic averaged more points, more rebounds, more assists, higher efficiency. He was a worse rim protector, I'll give you that. But it's not like Shaq was some dominant dominant defender at that point. We're talking higher analytics. We're talking everything.
Because they got it wrong in 2022, they should keep getting it wrong. No, they should be adjusting and changing and no one should, like I said, and no one should be.
Shaq was unstoppable in the early 2000s relative to the competition, and I think that's the point. It's like relative to the competition. We want to make the game realistic as possible. If you have Shaq in 2K2, no one should be able to stop you. That's fair.
Unless they foul you.
unless they foul you and then put you at the line and you miss free throws.
Are you insinuating that 2025 Jokic is at the same level of 2002 Shaquille O'Neal?
We've already gone over
I'm
this.
telling you, he's every bit as unstoppable in a different way. You cannot stop him. You can't stop him without a triple team. He's and I think
you can without
the problem. Video games will never capture Jokic because it is like Jokic is not a video game player. That's the weird part. So I can understand the 98. He's not a video game player because his entire value comes from his processing, not your processing. When you're playing as him, you do stupid things.
He's pretty good on the game, though. To be fair,
Jay, how many times have you played 2K?
0. That's why I'm listening. I'm trying to understand.
It was 1K back when Chill was trying to play games.
I'm just trying to understand this. That's all.
1K.
That's why I'm listening.
We have a question. We have a question from the Peanut Gallery. Go ahead. Ask him.
Should James Harden be a 90 overall?
No,
not after that game 7.
Not after that game 7, he said.
Okay, buddy. I think 90 is probably generous at this point.
James Harden's a 90?
James Harden is an 89. He is an 89. And
I think 90 would
do
be
we have
generous.
to go down?
Not
John Morant is a 91.
I don't like that they gave out 25 90 overalls.
That's ridiculous.
I don't like that they gave 53. They 53-85 overalls on the game.
Yeah, that's where I agree with. That's where I agree with Penn on the scaling thing. Like that many 85 pluses, that many 90 pluses, I feel feels a bit.
This is a participation trophy thing.
So Mars, do you feel like 2K is getting worse with like Mark, do you feel like 2K is getting worse with the rankings? Like it used to be better now.
Yeah, like I don't remember the exact attributes, but it was like 2K 16. LeBron was like a 96, and he was the highest overall in the game. LeBron James. Steph was like a 94 or 93.
That's more realistic though. When you say you want to make the game,
and I'm fine with that. And I'm like that if that's what we want to do back then, and there definitely wasn't 50 plus 85 overalls. Like, and then if you go back even further, you go back to like 2K6, you will find teams with like 71 overalls in their starting lineup. Now you go to the Wizards starting lineup, they're all like 78.
Well, but Mars, I thought the players were getting better. I thought the skill was better in today's game. I thought the players were better in today's game. So I mean, I think the rating
maybe
should be
you have less,
right?
maybe you have less 50. Maybe you have less 50.
That's why they're doing it. They're doing it to.
But I feel like this is just. Josh Giddey has an 89 pass accuracy. Shout out to Josh Giddey. You know, Shea has the highest pass accuracy on the game.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. Like some of the stuff is, yeah.
Hey man, that's the reason why Lou Dort shot so good from the 3 this year.
Yeah,
no,
Shea,
but I think
yeah, right in the shooter pocket.
Team set and everything. He got. Come on, man. His spokes are fixed when he catches the ball. I mean.
Yo, Mars, so are you saying like in the 2000s, like it was more just accurate, the rankings, you would say?
I think it was more harsh. I don't know about accurate.
It was more difficult to be
like being a 95 plus meant like you was
like
one of them.
Yeah.
Now it's like, here you go.
Like being a trash player should get you in the 50s.
In superstar status. Like that's what a 90 is. How many 90s did you say? 25,
26,
25.
You think there's 26 players in this league that have superstar capability? That's crazy.
But you're defining
you sound like an old head. Fluent. These kids are way better at basketball.
I think they just weight things differently. Yeah, I don't think there should be that many either. But I mean, really, it doesn't matter.
Mars just told me that from time to time throughout the course of the season, your 2K rating drops or rises. Tone, you just told me that Shaq, just on free throws alone, should drop, even though he did have 7 for 10 games, 12 for 15 games. Yes, he did have that. That 100% went on, you know. He did have 5 for 8 games. That was going on, right? And then the couple in the defense, the couple in the offense where he was shooting 70% sometimes during games, you know, 75% sometimes during games. And for Penn to sit here and explain to me about Shaq being a mediocre defender during that time. Shaq was an elite defender during that time. He wasn't good.
2002, yes. He finished 13th in Defensive Player of the Year voting, right?
Well, 2K2
he was tied with O'Donnell Foyle,
2K2
right?
came out after the 01 season.
Like,
I think it's
So
interesting that you picked.
we got
to
remember that.
yeah, because
So
Joker's
just
29 right now. Chill.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
like
it's-
here's the thing. I think we can understand that by process of being 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan and doing the bulk of your damage by standing, 2 feet from the basket, you're probably supposed to get 2 blocks by osmosis, right? Like most
except
players
everybody wasn't doing that though. Only it's a bunch of 7-footers running around in the league, and they weren't doing that.
But you say, you
name
count
a 7-footer with a 7'7" wingspan.
How many shots did he have? You said he should get at least 2 blocks, but how many shots did he affect where it wasn't a block, but they had to change, or they just didn't even go inside at all? Those things you can't count on a scoreboard, but they're super important to basketball.
Sure.
Yeah, he was an intimidating force. He was 330 pounds. Okay, sure, but
Joker is not a small guy. Let's be clear about that. Joker is not a small guy. So the 330-pound thing with Shaq doesn't work because Joker's not small.
Okay.
And Joker's not frail neither on top of that.
I don't think Jokic is a bad defender. I mean, first and foremost, let's start there. I don't think Jokic is a bad defender. I see him blitzing passing lanes. I see him moving his teammates into position. I see him calling out plays and blowing up the other team's sets. I think that's valuable. I think defensive IQ and court mapping is valuable. I think passing lanes and tips and deflections and steals are valuable. We literally pick and choose when these things are important and when they're not. We will be very honest and say he is not a high jumper and he is not a good rim protector. Cool. I agree with that. Does he not do anything on defense? Like, are they not 20-30? Does he not a great defensive rebounder? He literally, I'm telling you, he averages more defensive rebounds than Shaquille O'Neal at the same age.
Damn good defensive rebounder.
Yeah, that's a huge part of defense. Defensive rebounding is a huge part of defense. I remember Andrea Bargnani coming into the league and people were like, oh my God, how can a 7-footer not grab rebounds? So it's only like, it's pick and choose, right? It's pick and choose when it matters. It's pick and choose when it doesn't. So, Dennis Rodman won Defensive Player of the Year without averaging a single block. Was he not a good rim protector? Or a steal? How? There were guys in the league averaging four blocks per game at the time when he won Defensive Player of the Year over them. We pick and choose when it matters. And, we nitpick the hell out of Jokic for being not a good rim protector. I'm telling you, he's better at it than you think he is just because he doesn't rack up these gaudy block numbers.
Playoff, but not in the regular season. In the regular season, he's a garbage rim protector.
Yo, Pin, before we fall deep into this Jokic trap, I'm about to steer us out of this pothole. And Mars, I have a question for you. Before we get into the crunch time chats, you guys, I see you guys have sent through super chats. We'll get there in just a second. But Mars, Zion Williamson is a 87, and he has the 37th best or worst ranking on the game, depending on how you classify that. But I'm going to mention the guys ahead of me, and you tell me when to stop, where he should be rated. I know Zion has an injury history, but we are
asking me to name until I hear a player who I think is better than Zion. Is that
where he should be? Yeah.
Okay.
So Zion's 37, or 87. Darius Garland is above him. LaMelo Ball is above him. Şengün is above him.
Crazy.
Sabonis is above him. Damian Lillard is above him. Chet Holmgren is above him. Bam Adebayo. Jaren Jackson Jr. James Harden. Pascal Siakam. Evan Mobley. Paolo Banchero. Kyrie. Trey. Jaylen Brown. J-Dub. Devin Booker. Ja Morant. Karl Anthony Towns. Embiid.
Y'all just told me the cat was
Embiid. He no better than Embiid, but Embiid's too low. But he no better than Embiid.
Okay, well, let's play the Embiid game then. Embiid is a 92.
Okay, I'm gonna be silent for a little while.
Wait. You missed Cade. Is Zion better
than
Cade?
I vividly remember a couple of days ago, y'all told me that Cat is better than that Zion is better than Cat. Y'all told me that a couple of days ago.
I think he is. Yes, I think he is.
Well,
I haven't changed my opinion on that. Yeah, I think
all those guys were rated higher than Zion, and you didn't stop him. I think is his point.
Yeah, that's my point.
He stopped.
He said stop when I name a player who's better than.
No, that Zion is better than.
No, he's better than every player he went until Embiid's. That's what Ron was telling me. No.
Yeah.
Stop when I hear a player who's better than Zion.
All of those guys were rated.
I stayed quiet until I heard Embiid.
Oh my!
Because he's better than every name he went. He's better than LaMelo. He's better than Şengün. He's better than all of them.
Well,
so their rating,
he's not better than Embiid.
So Zion should be higher than all of them in the race.
Yes, all of them except Embiid. But Embiid should also be higher. So
the reason I'm protesting is if you keep going above Joel Embiid, I think Mars will tell you more players.
Yeah, there's more players Zion are better than. Yeah.
All right,
Embiid is just too low.
I'm gonna keep going then. Kate Cunningham at 16.
This is for who? This is who?
This is for Zion. And then we'll do Joel next. But Kate Cunningham at 16. Kawhi Leonard at 15. Tyrese Halliburton at 14. Jalen Brunson at 13. Anthony Davis at 12.
Zion better than him too.
Zion better than Anthony Davis?
AD got it.
All right. Is Zion better than Donovan Mitchell?
Yes.
At 11? Yeah.
He is.
So I'd have Zion. It looks like I'd have Zion around. Kawhi and Embiid are weird to me. Well, Embiid's not. Embiid's better. Kawhi's weird to me. So like I'd have Zion in that. So I'd have AD. Let's just say I'd have AD at 11 above Donovan Mitchell.
Around 11.
Yeah, so I'd have AD at, let's say 11. I'd have AD at 11. And then 12, 13 would be Kawhi and Zion. But then Embiid would also move up. So it'll be 13, 14 for Zion. That's right, I'd have in terms of how good I think he is in the NBA. But I understand why he's lower based on his season he had, the injury, the durability. I understand why he's in 87. But if you just ask me who's the best players in the NBA, Zion would be 13 or 14 too.
But Pin, Swiper, Pin and Swiper, y'all specifically know Zion's at 87. That's gonna be like a 94.
Yeah, he got like a 97 driving. Like
what's a 94?
Well, I'm saying he's gonna be.
He's gonna play like he's a 94 on 2K.
He's just gonna be unstoppable. He's gonna be a glitch.
Well, they take 10 points off for him only playing 30 games. I think that's fair.
Well, I think, but luckily, when we play in my NBA, you can take injuries off.
So you know what should happen? So there you go, NBA 2K. When injuries are on, drop their values, and when injuries are off, you can bump them up. There you go. There's enough.
They're already losing value by being injured by not playing.
There's enough.
There's zero.
Yeah, but then you're playing through things.
Yeah.
So obviously you're not going to perform.
Not as good when you're hurt. Remember?
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie 2K. Now you're more fluent. All right. It's time for us to get to these. That was. Now it's time to get to these crunch time chats. I appreciate everybody that sent them through. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, download the Splash Sports app, and get in that 50K Survivor pot, or jump in the 15K weekly pick'em. All right, y'all. 2K or Tupac Westside said, "Morning, fellas. I noticed they brought back the shot meter that lets you make shots as long as you hit the green. I don't know why they got rid of it to begin with. How we feeling about the shot meter? Those of us.
Oh, so much better. So much better the shot meter this year versus
last year. I'm in the back of the class. The shot meter, Mars.
Shot meter is there's a little arrow or a ball up or down, and you have to hit it to time it. And the closer you are to green is the better that you can make the shot or not. So if you green it, you're making the shot. If you're a little late, little early, you might miss. If you're way late, way early, you miss the shot.
Y'all shoot with the stick or y'all shoot with the button?
I shoot with the stick. I can't shoot with the button anymore. Ever since last year, I just can't.
Just don't ever play Fluent Jr. on rookie because he greens everything and he's hitting mid-range threes, like not mid-range, half-court threes all day long. And I want to strangle him. But anyways, story for another day.
Shout out Fluent Jr. Void Century said, "Swiper drafted yesterday. My league's lineup is crazy. But here are 13 starters. Quarterback, Bo Nix. Wide receiver 1 through 4, T. Higgins, Hill, McLaurin, Moore. Running back 1 through 3, Henry, Genty, Swift. Tight end, Warren. Defense, that's many.
At Minnesota, yeah.
Minnesota. DB, J. Love. Linebacker, Fred Warner."
So that means you would have gotten your first round pick was Genty, second round pick was Henry, third round pick was probably Hill, fourth round Higgins, fifth round McLaurin, and then you got Nix in the 7th or 8th, and then you got Moore in the 6th. Warren was probably a 9th or 10th, and then you got Minnesota like in the 15th or whatever. It's a 10-man league because that's then you would have had to get Swift in the top 6 as well. Like I don't know how you got some of these players, but like that's a really good team.
It's got to be max 10.
That's a really good team.
Shout out Voice Century.
Would it be because some of those guys? Because I don't play fantasy.
Yeah, I know every player by draft position. So like some of those names next to each other mean that you would have had to double up in certain places. Some people would have had to fall in certain places, and then you would need to be in like a more condensed league, and that people were taking gambles on players ahead of some others.
That's what I was about to ask you, Swiper. So, like, some of those guys that you saw late, like them guys, if it was more players in the league, so those guys wouldn't be around.
Well, no. So in fantasy, it's the early. Like some of those names you only get early, so you would have to have like either a keeper league maybe, or you have to have a situation where people are passing on certain players. Henry's falling for a lot of people because maybe he's in a full PPR league. Full PPR league is like more you need pass catchers, and so maybe that's Henry fell in one of my leagues as well to the into the top of the second round as well. So yeah, that's interesting. Good draft though.
Hezo Mello Jello.
You said Higgins in the 4th?
Well, Higgins has gone in second or third for two of my leagues.
He got him in the 4th. That's what I'm saying. It's got to be a small.
Well, I think it's Terry. I think Terry and Moore were the ones he got in 4th and 5th and all that. So I think Higgins you have to get a second or third because people are expecting Joe Burrow.
You get McLaurin, T. Higgins, and Tariq Hill.
Yeah, Tariq fell. So Tariq can fall to the end of the second, top of the third.
But he's still got. I'm looking at his running backs too. It's like a 6-team league. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
I don't understand how he got all those players. Yeah.
Hezo Mello Jello said, "Yo, Mars, you having fun in the new 2K? We gotta run some rec. Mars, add me, Hezo Mello _Jello. Go add him, Mars, and everybody else in the chat. Go add my man Hezo Mello.
I think this game's a lot better than last year. So, but it beat a low bar. So I don't know, but." I think you have to play the game more to know if it's good or not. Because last year was so bad that
they dropped the ball last
year. Yeah, anything can look better compared to that.
I've only played like a dozen times so far, but I would say it's significantly better than last year.
What's the difference? What's the difference, Tone, between last year?
Everything
in terms of dropping the ball.
No, like we said, the shot meter, even the graphics are better. Just the gameplay all around is just it. They really dropped the ball last year. Like there was a bunch of people who weren't going to buy this year until they found out they were making a bunch of changes.
Last year might be the worst game they ever made.
Yeah, last year's was bad.
And I didn't think anything was going to be worse than 2K18, but this was bad.
Was it the aesthetics more than anything? Because you can't change the aesthetics of the game.
No, the gameplay was just bad. The gameplay was slow. The gameplay was stiff. Like it was just the shooting was weird. They didn't. If you made shots, they would make you miss on purpose, and that's not a conspiracy. They've actively said it. They would just make you miss so that percentages would be more realistic. Like it was just.
Although there is a glitch though. I don't know if you saw if you have Kevin Durant on the Rockets, if you're playing current team, he can jump from the foul line and block a 3.
I saw that. I thought that was 2K25 with just KD on the roster. But if that's 2K26, I have yet to experience that. But that's insane.
That's what we've been trying to do is replicate that because that's crazy.
Ron, it sounded to me like
we was championship to me.
We was running and gunning, and then now all of a sudden we get a coach in here that now we're walking the ball up, then we're running, then we're
you know what it is? It's like this. It's like this. You're running through the forest, right? Dude's chasing you to kill you. Last year they tripped over that stupid little twig and fell, and this year they got back up. They running again. But they good.
What the hell?
Yeah, they good.
Yeah, last year just sucked.
I'm getting schooled on 2K. In video games because I'm not familiar. Next
time
we're down, I'll let Fluent Jr. Play you in a game, and
he got to show me how to do it because I'm gonna be like I'm clueless to this kind of stuff.
I'm just waiting for GTA 6 to drop, and I'm gonna get the console. But when I do that, I'm gonna have to play 2K. I'm gonna be a 2K.
Bro, did you see that PS5 raised their prices?
Yeah, I brought that up last week. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's just something."
They raised it $50 because of all the tariff stuff. Because the White House said they want we got $150 billion in revenue on tariffs, which is mean we Americans have been taxed $150 billion extra dollars on tariffs. And
I brought that up.
So PlayStation raised their prices for their old device, which I believe is 6 years old, if I'm not correctly. They raised it to $550.
Came out 6 years ago.
Is it 5 6 years ago? It's 6 years ago.
Time flies, boy.
Bro, $50 6 years later, but then Xbox and them.
50. But swipe it though. Whatever's good for the country, $50. That's worth it.
$50. No, it's not. First off, it's not good for the country. $50 is too much money for a 6-year-old.
Whatever helps the American people.
These are shoes. If these were Jordans, then I understand raising the price. But this ain't Jordan. The device, the technology's outdated. Yeah, the technology's outdated. Bro, we're what? How far away from the PS6? What are we? A year away from the PS6?
I don't know.
I don't know when the PS6 dropped.
It came out November 12th.
So you'll pay $50 more for some
2020?
Jordans?
Oh, so
It's almost
Wait,
five
that's
years.
what I'm saying.
and then on top of that, when the pandemic hit, I had to wait.
J's?
I had to wait like damn near 2 years to get like an Xbox because everything was like tied up in backlog and all that kind of stuff. So no, I'm good.
The tariffs are only good if you use them for what they're supposed to, which is added income to reduce your taxes. They ain't reducing them.
Hey, Fluent.
Start for another day, but
hey, Fluent, man. I'm trusting my government, man. Y'all say y'all hey, Fluent, y'all say we need to pay $50 more for a PS5.
You'll pay $50 more. You
Run
got
that, run that, man. It's no big deal.
Anything,
And if it is, you know what? On top of that, Fluent, not everybody, but there are some people that sitting around playing video games. They ain't got no business sitting around playing video games. So maybe that $50 will make you. You know what? I ain't playing this. I'm gonna go.
They might need to add another $100 then.
Right. It should be a luxury.
I saw that means they gonna go work the first week at their new job and quit. That's it. Get enough to buy a little VC points.
That's a week.
Y'all tripping, bro.
They need to get a stay at home.
You need to get all. How many of your
kids
will
pay? You said that if it was $50 more for some J's, then you. So it's not. So for you, it's not about
values in the product.
No. For you, it's not about the tariffs. For you, it's about what it is. So you pay $50. You pay $50.
Electronics age. Shoes do not. Cars do not. Yeah, there are things that don't age. Electronics age.
What are you talking about? I just seen Trick Daddy having a hissy fit because his J's was falling apart.
No. You don't understand what I'm saying. If you take care of your merchandise, as somebody who's in the clothes industry themselves, so you should know this, Yapper. If you have certain things that they don't depreciate, I'm saying cars and stuff, when you take care of them, don't depreciate to the same degree. I'm saying electronics, you lose value because
on the car swipe.
I'm obviously see, Ox. The thing is, when you talk about stuff sometimes, like I absolutely agree with you. If you got a Camaro from 1974 or whatever, right? Like, or you got the training day joint that came out, and you took care of that thing, you can get 60, 50, 70 for that night today. If it's like upkept and like everything is good, it's brand new engine, all that kind of stuff.
Certain cars after 25 years when they become antiques, but cars off the bat, you drive it off the lot, it depreciates 35%.
Yeah, but that's not. I'm talking about like I'm not.
You're straight.
Like, so if you drive a Mercedes off the lot and then you're driving it to a certain point where you got 130, 200,000 miles, yes, it loses value. That will lose value.
What I'm saying is, you just said that to the people, and now they think, oh, I could buy a car, it's gonna appreciate with value.
No, that's not the same thing. That's not what I said. Ox, if you didn't interrupt in the middle of a soliloquy, they would hear the rest of it. The problem is that I'll end it here. If you buy a PlayStation, it doesn't have the same value, because the same way you can go to GameStop right now, you can get a game yesterday, and you try to turn it back in. GameStop trying to give you 25 cents back for a video game, or $400 for a PlayStation. That's just the way it works.
And resell it on Craigslist or something like that.
Which one, a game? I mean, because you still can't get it. I mean,
eBay.
What the game is.
But you can resell it on eBay.
We'll get back to basketball after this. Your theory, though, is blown away, because if you had an original ColecoVision that you kept up and still works and was clean, that appreciated in value too.
There are some. There are some that do it. Yeah, like a some. Yeah.
Mind you, Swipe, but like to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all buy. You know what I'm saying? Buy whatever you get. But to say that I have an issue with buying this because the tariffs are supposed to go for this and they don't go for that, but then say, now if it was some J's, that's just like, okay,
yeah, I'm not buying an additional $50 6 years later. No, that's dumb. No, I'm not doing that. No,
that's what I'm saying. So you don't really care about the tariffs. It's about
I do. I think that's but we've already never mind.
Talk about that on your political show.
Yeah, Big Axe. Talk about it on that.
It's not really that big a deal to me. I don't care. $50 for the tariffs or whatever. I pay it or don't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to the video game collectors out there, because I am one, you'd be surprised. Certain video games going for like $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 if you keep them up, right?
What?
So that, yes, sir. I believe there's a video game that's sold for over $1 million. So yeah, if you keep it in plastic wrap,
there's some
you're not an idiot. And like I used to have a friend who used to, I mean, he was very lucky. He would get a gift on Christmas, right? And then he would get a second one to keep in plastic. I think about that friend at least like one time a month, and I'm like, that dude's probably sitting on like a.
Is he the same friend?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, Pin.
Not the same.
Do you think about that friend once a week?
Nah.
You might as well stop thinking about him, bro.
but to the point of electronics, if you look at electronics in general, have gone down in price over the last 30 years. Like I remember my first PC. This was in 1998 or 1999. Was nearly $3,000. I think it was a Pentium 2 or Pentium.
The first
3.
computers were $30,000. The first ever ones they made.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So like when you look at even the price of a television, like if you wanted to get one of those 60-inch, 65-inch type of TVs back, or, when I was a kid, first of all, you were like a multi-millionaire. You paying $10,000, $12,000, $13,000 for a projection TV that was that size, and now you can get a 60-inch, 65-inch for
$492 at Walmart, Best Buy right now.
There you go. So to scale it to that, if you could consider it in today's dollars, video game companies often will agree to lose money on the system and make back money on the games. This is a model that Nintendo used, Sega used early in the 2000s. So to have like the PS5 going up in price, I understand from their perspective because the processing equipment and all the parts are so expensive, right? But at the same time, like when we're factoring in all the VC and all the add-ons and stuff to play 2K, like initially, I'm saying my initial fandom of NBA 2K, Allen Iverson, Dreamcast, that combination, the Dreamcast was $199. I believe 2K was $29.99 when it came out. Factor that forward, no VC, no add-ons, nothing. Okay. I'm saying factor in what it took to play 2K and what it takes to play 2K now. The price has gone up like 400%.
One day we're gonna hold Oxco for the host. I will join the show that day because
for sure.
Our host is a despicable person on some time. He's a great person offline. No, when he's not on the show, you could literally call Ron about anything and he'll literally be like, "Yo, Ace Boone cool." But when he's on the show, Penn is making a point, and I think it's a relevant point. And then here we go. We got Fluent snoozing off. The second time I've ever seen him on the show, mind you, over here trolling. And then here come Ron, like L host.
I'm trying to wake him up by shaking his camera. Wake up, Fluent.
Laugh off camera.
I was focused. But
my only thing.
And then you wonder why I want to box this dude when I see him. You wonder why I want to box.
You want to box your coach? Shout out Fluent and Chill, by the way. But damn.
No, I'm talking about you. You know who I'm talking about.
But Swiper, my only thing is right. Like I'm just really big on just do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst people to me, well, not the worst people, but people I hate. It's like the finance bros. The finance bros. I just can't stand that shit. Like, oh, you bought this and you didn't put it in your LLC trust fund and you drove it off the lot. You like, bro, wait, hold on. This is my money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. I'll just be like, bro, don't tell me about all the loopholes and all of this I should have did and why I shouldn't have bought this year car and why I should have waited and why 2K ain't this. Like I don't even care about all that. All right? You know what I'm saying? Let me just do my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
yeah, I didn't know you was a finance bro, Swiper.
Ox loves to waste money.
About Swiper. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, like, yeah. And Ron is a proliferator of wasted money. Like he's the main one that Chill talks about when he walks into a room with a fistful of 50s.
I just seen it.
Yeah,
hey, but Swiper, my thing is some of us like to toggle, controllers. I believe it's better analogs to play with. But speaking of which,
analog, wait, hold on. You know, analog. You know, an analog is a device with verticality, right? So what are you implying? What are you implying?
Those are devices with verticality too. If you, unless depending on the age, but Smoochie Wallace,
depending on the age.
Depending on the age.
Care to expand?
No,
hell
no. Smoochy Wallace.
You heard that, right? I heard that.
I definitely heard that, man.
What kind of evening gatherings do you go to where you be in there doing this? You wrong.
You don't know about Ron's evening gatherings. They be like eyes wide shut.
Do that again, Swiper. Swiper, do that again. What is it? Do it one more time.
Yeah. See, Ron, I didn't know about this part of your life, bro. I'm like, whatever though.
I don't know about that part either. But anyways, Smoochie Wallace
said he'd be playing with analogs.
Smoochie Wallace said Penn or Mars, would y'all be interested in doing a duo or solo stream fixing 2K's rating on a roster and uploading it to servers? I need accurate ratings.
You know what? I'm gonna do that for you. When I pick up a copy of 2K26, I will definitely, under my name, Pensar Basketball, I will fix the roster and I will make it accurate. You will not be pleased with how accurate it is, but it will be accurate.
Scotty Barnes, 98.
No,
everyone knows this about you.
Scotty would be probably like a 86, 85, 86. I think it's pretty accurate.
Wait, did you actually make a Scotty Barnes MVP bet because of that video?
Which video?
The one he posted about winning MVP on Twitter.
Did I make an MVP bet?
Yeah, because you said when he said that like you
I don't bet.
Okay,
I don't bet.
All right.
Unless I'm betting somebody for something that's very obvious. I'll bet with friends. I'll bet pizza. I'll bet that, but I don't bet the other stuff.
I'm trying to get on that pizza bet y'all got going.
Listen, Ox, I'll buy you the pizza. What I want is when the Raptors don't finish in the top 8, Penn just comes on and says, "Okay, now I'm more fluent." Fluent was right. If for some crazy chance everybody gets hurt and they finish in the top 8, I'll come on and admit that I was wrong and Penn was right. I don't need no pizzas. I'll buy you.
I'm actually with Penn on this one. I do think the Raptors will make the playoffs this year.
Okay.
Fluent, the biggest Raptor hater in Toronto. That's amazing. I will say this publicly. 30. Are you comfortable saying they're going to win less than 36 games?
No, I'm comfortable saying they won't finish in the top 8.
So, like, they could finish at 34.
But in the Eastern Conference, though, Fluent, that's like
even with superstars out, they will not finish in the top 8.
Does that mean they're not making the top 8 in the standings, or you're saying they're not going to make the playoffs?
top 8 in the standings?
Okay, I will.
They might finish ahead of the Bucks, man. Like the Bucks are garbage.
Personally, I think they're going to finish garbage. So you're giving me a lot of leeway here.
Or they only have 2 players you like on that roster, Chill.
They got one. They just got Miles Turner. They got worse.
We can't, Frank. We can't put bread.
I forgot how you feel about Miles Hawks.
Sacred. We can't put bread on it.
We're literally putting bread on it by making a pizza bet. We make a pizza bet.
Wait, hold on. By show of hands,
I will send you pizza.
By show of hands, who think that the Raptors finished with the worse record than the Bucks next year? A worse record.
Raptors worse than the Bucks? I got the Raptors having a worse record than the Bucks.
Ron, you definitely do.
No? You think the Bucks have better record, bro?
I don't want pizza. Yeah. I want you to wear a Fluent and Chill t-shirt or Sports Fluent t-shirt that you buy from fluent.printify.me and wear it on the show and say you were wrong. That's all. I don't care.
You gotta wear it for a week.
That's cheaper than pizza.
How much are your shirts?
$25.
Go check them out.
With shipping
in this economy.
Y'all got hats too?
Canadian?
He needs hats. We got 2.
Yeah. He needs a new hat, shirt and a hat.
I don't want a shirt and a hat. You know what's funny?
That is USD, but I'll give you a discount code and it'll work out to be
25 Canadian.
Wait, Fluid, can you tell me the top 8 in
like
East
$4 in America?
Off the top of your head, top 8 in the East next year?
Off the top of my head,
so people Cleveland Knicks.
Yeah, Cleveland Knicks,
Magic, Hawks for
Yeah, Magic, Hawks, you got it.
Pacers, Celtics.
Hold on, let me pull up my list because off the top of my head, no, I can't.
Detroit.
You should ask me. I have zero memory.
Well, that's because of all the
old age.
No.
So let's see.
Pistons,
Cleveland, New York, Indiana, Milwaukee, Detroit, Orlando, Atlanta. What's that? 7?
Mm-hmm.
Who'd I miss?
Did he say Milwaukee already?
Oh, Milwaukee. And Milwaukee. There you go. There's your 8. And then you'll have Toronto, Chicago, Brooklyn, Charlotte, Washington fighting.
It's going to take 36 games, 37 games last season it took to get into the playoffs.
I think the Celtics are going to win close to 46 games. I think people are absolutely tripping about how
46 games.
They're not going to be as bad as people think, but
I think they'll push 46.
Look at that roster, bro.
Not bad, Penn.
It's better than the Bucks roster.
See, here's the difference between 2K and real life. In 2K, Jaylen Brown is a 90. In real life, he's an 80. That's
39 wins. 39 wins. 37. Sorry, 37 wins to be in the top 10. That's 7 more. Like the Raptors, that's 7 more. So
what's the over under to in your estimation, Swiper? What's the over under for Milwaukee next year. They won 48 games last year. What's the over under?
Chill, if I told you I set the line at 43 for the Bucks.
43 wins.
Where are you? Are you going over or under 43 wins for the Bucks next year?
I'm going over 43 because with losing Damian Lillard and getting Miles Turner, who I'm not a huge fan of, but if they don't do anything with Damian Lillard and he just sits out and they don't get Miles Turner, they are not a better team. The fact that they got off of
they lost Chris Middleton. They lost Brook Lopez.
Yes,
they added they lost Damian Lillard. They added Miles Turner. This is not a and Kyle Kuzma. I'll detract.
So chill. Yeah, who do you
have wins off just to have Kyle Kuzma on my
team?
So
their starting lineup chill is going to be KPJ, Gary Trent, Kuzma, Giannis Turner, and then off the bench they're going to have Connaughton, Bobby Portis, and then who's the backup point guard, y'all? DeLon Wright's not there anymore.
No, DeLon wasn't DeLon just with New York?
Yeah, that's right. He did go to New York.
Yeah, Giannis is the backup point guard.
No, he's not. It's Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony's there. AJ Green's there. Torian Prince.
I got Gary Harris.
Gary Harris. Right. So their team is Kevin Porter, Gary Trent, Kyle Kuzma, Antetokounmpo, and then now Miles Turner. The Nassas is back. Ryan Hollins, AJ Green. Like, yeah, do you think is that a 43? But do you think that's because of the East chill? It's a 43 win team in the East, basically.
I do.
You know what it's because of? Chill. Cut the bullshit. You know why they're 43 win team. Swiper, you stop being nasty, okay?
Not nasty. Their team
Giannis alone is a walking 45 wins. Alone.
Oh, come on, man.
No, he is.
I don't think any players were.
Y'all get
there's no player.
I get your point.
Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you can just put him with college players or put him with, high schoolers, and he's going to do that. But he has a good enough roster around him where with Giannis Antetokounmpo, they're going to get at least 45 wins.
How many games does
Giannis?
What
is this good enough roster you're talking about? Y'all just ran down the roster. He does not have a good
I think the Bucks are going to be good. So.
They don't have a good enough roster to do what? Here's my question. They don't have a good enough roster to do
45 games. They don't have a good enough roster to win 45 games.
That's
what we're talking about.
In the East, they absolutely do.
They 100% do.
Yeah, I think that might be the draw. It's like they're saying in the Eastern Conference.
Y'all sleep on the East. They're what? Look,
I don't think the East is. I don't
listen. Y'all, they're worse. They're worse than Orlando. They're worse than Cleveland. They're worse than New York. They're worse than Detroit. They're worse than Miami. They're worse than Atlanta. They're worse than
Atlanta for sure. They're worse than Atlanta.
I'll give you. Yep, Atlanta.
They're worse than Miami and Atlanta.
Nope.
They're worse than Toronto.
Toronto has a better team. Chill, you can't say Toronto has a better 1 through 10. Toronto has a better 1 through 10. They just don't got Giannis.
As the swipe
that makes a difference. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
Well, no. What makes the difference is that Emmanuel Quickley played 33 games last year. What makes the difference is that Grady Dick played 54 games last year. What made a difference is that Jakob Poeltl played 57 games last year. What makes a difference is RJ Barrett played 58 games last year, that Scotty Barnes played 65, and that Brandon Ingram played 0.
Toronto was
that makes a major difference. It also makes a major difference.
That's a better basketball team. Can we at least agree?
They have more. Having a better basketball.
That's a better roster. I'm just saying a better roster. That's a better roster.
Ability, right?
So
Ron, can you just talk? Is that a better roster?
So with a 40-point long ball shooter in Torian Prince, you got to shoot. You got to shoot in AJ Green. In addition to having to shoot in AJ Green, Sims actually looked like he could play basketball. He looked really good as a basketball player. Yes, Jericho Sims actually looked really good on this Milwaukee team with the addition of playing up next to Giannis, right? So now you add one of the better backup lead guards in the game in Cole Anthony. Then couple that with I'm still trying to remember what it's going to take to make the playoffs. It's going to take 40 wins to make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's fact.
Please remind me when you had the best player in the conference, a team that did not make the playoffs. Go.
Okay. Best player in the conference that didn't make the playoffs?
You had the best player in the conference that didn't make the playoffs. Go.
For sure. There'll be a playing team for sure. I could see him being in okay.
But Ron, can you just
37 wins?
Well, chill. Hold on, chill. Can you just directly answer the question? Do the Raptors have a better overall roster than the Bucks?
I think they got better talent.
No, hold on. I'm asking Ron. Ron, can you answer the question?
Overall roster, Miami.
I'm gonna say no because overall roster is irrelevant. They would lose to the Bucks.
It's a basic question. They don't have a better roster 1 through 10
with Giannis.
How did Houston win last year? How was the second team?
Defense, rebounds, and
the Raptors were the second best defense in the NBA after the All-Star game last year. Do you remember that?
You have to play 82 games.
Okay, I understand that. And when you're playing 5 rookies or 4 rookies and you're playing a whole bunch of G League players, again, this is when I bring up the fact if you watch a team 82 games, you get a different perspective on them, right? I know that Cole Swider played minutes for this team last year. I know that Emmanuel Quickly missed more than half the season last year. I know they made a huge step towards defense last year. I also know that even if I will 100% agree with you that the Bucks have the best player, if I go band for band, best player versus best player, I will 100% agree that Giannis is better than every single player on the
second
Raptors.
best player on the team next year for the Bucks?
Bobby
That's
Portis.
exactly where we draw this line. Because if you start saying the second best player versus the second best player, the Raptors clear.
Third best player, fourth best
Raptors
player,
clear.
fifth best
You
player.
go down the line to the 8th, 9th guy, and I promise you the Raptors are better.
They
are better.
I'll tell you this. Hey, Ron, tell me if I'm tripping. Now, again, the Bucks, Giannis is amazing. He could be best player in the world next year. I'm not nothing to do with Giannis. But I'm saying, so after Giannis, Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, we can all agree those are all 3 better than the next best player for the Bucks, correct? Can we at least
not even a conversation, Swiper?
Can we at least agree with that, Ron?
Correct.
Scotty Barnes 14-4-4 is not moving.
No.
RJ Barrett can score 20 on one night. He can score 20 on one night and the next night score 9 points.
Are those 3 players better than Miles Turner?
It's not even about who's the better player, though. It's how the pieces fit in together and how
I understand. I'm just trying to get Ron to answer something
play.
You're getting my answer.
You don't
by
think
way
they're
of
better than Miles Turner?
Y'all really overrating Giannis here. He is not the singular force that he once was like 3 years ago. He's not able
Yes,
to
he is.
No, he's not.
He might be.
Not.
He is.
No,
Pin. The thing is, I think he is.
Yes, he
but
is.
the point is,
he's not.
He's going to be out there drowning. He's going to be drowning.
Whoa.
Like gasping for water, really out there drowning. Like the roster is terrible. I don't know why y'all trying to.
I just want to know how Miles Turner is better than Scotty Barnes. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's
like
insane.
I'm genuinely wondering. As somebody who's high on Miles Turner, like he's one of the only players in the league that average 2 blocks a game, Mars? I can't remember. A block a game in over 40%. He's one of the only ones in the league. So I'm with you, Miles. But Scotty Barnes is like, I mean, bro, like that's a really good player.
I think that there's a gap. Okay, I think there's a gap. But once again, I asked the question. I asked the question, Swiper, because I've seen it time and time again. As bad as you guys talk to me about KPJ, why does he consistently get run on teams that are good? Why is he consistently in the rotation?
Didn't get run on the. He got fake run on the Clippers.
Played on that Clipper team.
Yeah, he got fake run on the Clippers though. To be fair,
but he was getting run on that team.
They had to play him because they had deficit at the back and point guard position.
Swipe. Let me ask you a question.
They in the situation they were in, they had to play him.
Now we're in a space. Now we're in a space where he's their starting league guard.
And I think that's problematic. I don't think he's good.
Okay, I'm not saying that he's in the Tyrese Halliburton.
No, I said good. I said good. I don't think he's good.
I think he's very good. You guys gave me the business.
Is he a top 20 point guard in the league?
Ron gave you the business, sure. Nobody else.
Is KPJ a top 20 point guard in the league, show?
No. God, no.
That's below average.
He's not.
Are the 20 point guards in the league?
I don't think he's top
are the 20
30.
starting point guards in the league better than him?
20. Yes.
Do you not think so, Chill?
I'm thinking about the league right now, and I'm thinking about a bit. What's the gap between him and Quigley?
It's big. It's really big.
Evan Porter Jr. might not be a top 20 point guard in the East.
I'm not kidding. Like Mars not wrong.
Look, Mars, thank you.
Swiper, I have a question.
I still think the Bucks are going to be good though, so I'm still not on your side.
Swiper, I have a question for you.
Kevin Porter Jr.
If we agree that Scotty Barnes is the best player overall, not the best scorer, not the best offensive player, but the best player overall, and we swap him for Giannis on the Raptors. Okay, I'm just saying hypothetically because this trade was floated out there.
The Raptors would be probably
a contender
for me. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So that is the gap. We are talking about a play-in team to a contender. That is the gap between their supporting cast.
Way more to it than Scotty Barnes. That was not floated out there, just so we're clear.
No, but that's not the point.
And so you got to get. So if you're going to make a hypothetical, you got to make it.
You do
some realistic.
No.
Scotty for Giannis.
But I'm not talking about making a trade fluent. What I'm trying to say is that when we talk about like players, we oversample or overbias for the best player because that's the thing we think about first.
You mean
like what we don't think about is the 8th guy, the 9th guy, the 4th guy, the 5th guy. And what I'm saying is the gap between their supporting talents is so immense that if I could take the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th best players from the Raptors and just give them to Giannis next year on the Bucks, you'd be talking about the Bucks as a contender. That's the gap. So what you're really telling me when you tell me that Giannis is going to finish ahead of the Raptors or the Bucks are going to finish ahead of the Raptors, you're trying to say that despite the fact that he has a worse supporting cast from 2 till 10, he's just much better.
Be true though. So
they have less continuity.
I just don't. I think I'm stuck on a KPJ point. I don't think he's good.
Are these the starters for the Raptors? Are these starters? Scotty Barnes, Bi, Quickly, Barrett, and Pirtle, right? Yep. Those are the 5. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you think those 5 are better than Giannis, Porter, Trent, Kuzma, and Miles Turner?
Kuzma, 100%.
How are you starting?
Where they play together as a team? You think
they have a higher net rating than one other team?
Higher than the
what
other.
happens if they saw them in the playoff?
Hold on. Because here's the bench.
5.
Hold on, because you're saying 1 through 10. So here's the bench: Dick, Chamuche. Yeah, I'm gonna say his name wrong. Battle.
Focus, Ron.
That's
no. Chamuche is not a rotation player for the Raptors this year.
This is what it's saying. These 5 guys are there.
Grady would start in Milwaukee
versus Bobby Portis, Prince.
No, he's not. He's not starting over Gary Trent. No, he is not.
Fluent, you develop a cloning machine.
Woo! Boy.
Did you develop a clone? You have a way of cloning Bobby Portis into your starting lineup and onto your bench? Because that's what you just did.
Okay, sorry, Prince. I said Portis twice. My bad. Prince, Harris, Sims, and Rollins.
Okay, so the real Raptors bench
is
Grady Dick, Jacoby Walter, Jamal Shed, Sandro Mambukelashvili, and Colin Murray Boyles. Ochai Agbaji. Ochai Agbaji would be a starter. He might not be in the rotation. Ochai would start in Milwaukee. To be clear, he is a 40+% 3-point shooter last year.
So is Gary
He is
Trent.
a 3-and-D wing.
Gary Trent was in Toronto, and he was one of the best catch and shoot 3 guys. In fact, you guys told me
Gary Trent had 36 in the playoff last year.
I mean, not only
the game at the end.
Irrelevant.
Whoa. We didn't.
On catch and shoot 3s at the break.
Gary Trent Jr. is the minimum player.
I think
Gary Trent Jr. just signed his second straight minimum contract.
I think if you take away Scotty Barnes and you take away Giannis, these rosters, you want to say Toronto's better? Sure, maybe it's a little bit better. I don't think so, but I'll go with yours and say it's a little bit better.
A little bit better.
Giannis clears Scotty Barnes, and that changed the dynamic of
Brandon
the entire.
Ingram cleared.
Giannis cleared Tyrese Halliburton too. Cleared Tyrese Halliburton. And they got mud stops. Hold on, chill.
Yeah, but that's a playoff series.
I agree.
They beat the Pacers in the regular season. We're talking about what season they're going to be. Them being worse than the Pacers in the playoff setting comes down to flaws on the roster that aren't going to be mitigated in the playoffs.
Sure.
They aren't going to be mitigated.
I think
they can win regular season games
with
with
the
a flawed
Bucks
roster.
is they're going to have a.
Everybody,
I think their offense. Matter of fact,
everybody, including the GM of the Raptors, has overrated them because they have the 6th fucking highest payroll. Okay, everybody is overrating this.
They do not have the 6th highest payroll. Let's not lie.
Paying everybody, we're going to be awesome.
They have the 11th highest payroll.
6th, 185 million.
Why are we leaving out?
Yeah,
no,
185 million.
But look, I'm not even chill. To be fair,
Boston, New York, Phoenix, and Cleveland.
You said
there's a reason why.
So
there's a reason why they signed the Nassus back. There's a reason why they signed him back. Because now he's back. He's an
emotional support dog.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Why do you care about that? Why don't you care about that? Why?
Rockets, Lakers, Wolves, Celtics.
Why don't you care about that?
Yes, Knicks, that's what's going on here.
No,
all have higher payroll.
Can we talk about how Miami's better than Milwaukee?
That's what we can agree on.
Let's do that.
That's fine. We can do that. I don't care about that.
Let's do that. How is Miami better? How is Miami?
Miami's better than both of these teams we're talking about.
Miami has a better. Do you think Miami has a better defense than the Bucks?
Yes, I do. I think
so. Then basically comes down to how much you think Davion Mitchell, Hero, and Andrew.
That's my issue at the league guard spot. That's my issue,
dude.
No, Davion Mitchell is the lead guard spot is an issue in Miami.
I don't think Davion's
KPJ being the lead guard in Milwaukee.
He's better than Davion Mitchell. Yes, he's better than Davion Mitchell.
I said I wanted Davion Mitchell over KPJ. Am I crazy?
I don't think he is.
God, I can't.
No.
Yes. Tell him.
I would rather have Davion Mitchell on my team than KPJ.
Everybody would. Swiper. Everybody except for Chill would in the world.
Yeah, but they're both lackluster offensive players with Davion clear.
Now, if the Raptors kept Davion Mitchell, then we'd be having a conversation.
I think Davion
was bad in Toronto.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
There's nobody in this world that would take KPJ over Davion Mitchell.
But I think KPJ. I mean, Well, now we're talking ball. We're not talking PlayStations no more. Ron, let's move the conversation.
Well, here's the thing. I do want to move the conversation, but before I do that, I want to let you guys know about something that all of us are going to be participating in here real soon. Yes, baby, you seeing it here for the first time. We got the PCL Season 3, baby, and this time it has a twist to it, and that twist is called the King of the Court. If you missed it and you don't know what the King of the Court is, well, go back and type in Player's Choice or the panel, King of the Court, and you'll get a feel for exactly what it is. But as you can see, there's going to be a draft date. So we'll have 4 captains and we'll have 16 contestants. And those 4 captains will have to draft from those pool of contestants. And, well, teams will clash against each other for the first round. In the second round, the team that wins the team round will then move on, and those 4 contestants on the same team will now debate against each other in the semifinals. And then, obviously, the winners will move on to the finals. The losers will battle each other for third place, and there will be a first, second, and third place prize. Y'all, this is going to be interesting, to say the least.
People are still a little.
Do we know who the captains are yet?
Yeah. Ron, can you explain the format a little bit again? Like, is it groups, like draft, like, you know what I mean, like, because people still think it's so. Go ahead.
So there will be 4 captains. We are still determining who those captains will be due to some things. I can't really tell you guys, but we're still determining on who those 4 captains will be. The 4 captains will then choose 3 other people to be on their teams. Then all 4 teams, or 2 teams, will play against each other in a King of the Court style debate. Then the other 2 teams will play against each other in a King of the Court style debate. Then the 2 winners will play each other. The winner of that will then move on to the semifinals.
Ron,
what's up?
If I'm not a captain, I retire. I'm pulling Russell Westbrook.
Well, I think your odds of being a captain are a little low.
Why?
But because I think
if Mars is not involved, why are my odds low?
Well, wait, what? Mars not involved. And Mars not playing.
Mars, you retired,
Mars,
right?
I come back and you ducking Mars. Don't duck.
Retired?
No,
you retired, right?
Yes.
Come back. Don't be chicken.
I'm calling up the front office. I'm calling up the league department. I'm calling up.
Wait, so is it like a lottery style snake draft, Ron?
It should be a snake draft. It'd be a snake draft.
That starts in 2 weeks.
Because basically, besides the 4 captains who we whatever. Outside of that, the pool is going to be everybody involved with PC.
I was coming back.
Hey, we don't know. It might. Fluid might be there. Fluid, are you going to be there?
I came back to knock off Mars. Now I'm finding out Mars ain't here.
So now you don't want to participate?
No, I'll do it. I'll still do it. But now it's just a lot easier.
All right. Well, yeah, you never know. Hey, word on the streets is Fluid's going to be there. You might see other people that are involved with PC.
Well, I know for one, somebody's not going to be a captain. And I'm real talk will be a draft pick on my squad. If I know if there's anyone that's going to find a way to move the goalposts for a win, I'm going to get real talk on my team.
And watch some of the old.
You going to draft the people that beat you? That's
it doesn't matter to me. I'm good. I want players that play the PCL well. I believe in it.
He's of that LeBron KD mindset.
I respect it. I respect it. Do what you going to do.
I would take Jordan, but I guess
Swiper. Keep in mind though, if you do pick Real Talk and you advance, you might have to see him in the semifinals, and
that's fine. So
that might not be a good matchup for you.
So basically, it's you win your round, then you play against the people in your team on your team.
See what you want to do. What you want to do is be like Giannis.
You want to draft bombs and carry them. That's what you want to do.
Okay.
You want to take a lesser roster into the finals and then beat them.
Yeah. So then when you actually have to
hold on. So we're actually rewarding LeBron Eastern Conference Finals runs and as opposed to rewarding Jordan for like, oh, I got it. So basically, it's the better narrative to have a team you have to carry. And then that way you can say,
well, it just makes it easier for you when you have to be in
easier for you later. Yeah.
But if you want to have the real tough road, you draft the best team, and then you have to knock off your teammates and show that you're really of that standing. So it depends which avenue you want to go down.
Draft a good team, you might not make it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a risk reward game. Do you want to draft a great team so you know you'll get through, but then you know you have to beat really talented debaters, or you draft bums, risk not going through, but if you do go through, you got.
Well, the thing is, I would draft Chill, and then we would win, and then if Chill and I saw each other in the finals, I know how to get Chill rattled. So, like, you know what I mean? I would be able to bring him into the finals.
How you know
you're going to wear a one buddy mask?
But
that's chill. That's exactly what I would do. I'll wear a Mike the Champ one buddy mask. That's exactly what
I know how to throw him off his game. Watch.
Hey, you know what? I've got this water.
Told you. Works every time.
It's like Survivor, like the show Survivor.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
That's a good way to. You should call it PC Survivor. People understand.
Wait. Hold on, Ross. So you turning us into Destiny's Child. We make it together, and then one of us got to be Beyonce, and then there's a Kelly Rowland and then Michelle, and then whoever else is after that.
And the thing about it is, you just hope in that last round that you match up against Michelle. If you are Beyonce, obviously.
Wow.
Right, because Kelly
trying to duck smoke with Kelly.
If you ask me, Kelly Rowland, she won anyway. You asked me.
Kelly's by far the most talented.
She
of
is.
the group.
Yo, Pin, if I make you a captain, you gonna draft me? If I'm in the pool?
I think Ron will go undrafted.
We're gonna start you're gonna be on that Ben Wallace, Fred VanVleet stuff, right?
Hey man, Ben Wallace was. Speaking of which, I'm glad you brought up Ben Wallace. We're gonna get to Ben Wallace here in a second, fellas. I told you today we would get down to the bottom of some things in the '90s. Chill and Mars, I'm keeping to my promise. Before we do that, though, I gotta let the people know about a great app and a beautiful whale that you could only find on the SplashSports app. Now, here's the thing with SplashSports, in case you do or you don't know. We are excited to announce an official Player's Choice partnership with SplashSports. These are paid fantasy contests and games of skill. Keyword, skill, where you compete against each other, not the house. We're starting with the NFL alongside the press box. So, Swiper, Bama, J-Rob, all those guys over there, they'll be involved in these two on the press box. And we'll get to the NBA stuff here in a few months once the NBA season kicks off. But with Splash Sports, they allow you to compete against other people, and the winners take the pots, and the losers, well, you just got to get involved the next time again to get your money back. But you guys claim that you know ball. You guys claim that you know the sports. You guys debate the sport. You watch it. You break it down. You know all the stats and all of that good stuff. At least you claim to. So if you know ball, then prove it. Sign up right now. Join our 50K Survivor, where you get one pick a week. You survive and you advance. You miss one, you're done. Join the 15K weekly pick'em, where you make your picks on all the games that are selected, once again against the other people that are involved in the contest, not the house, and you could climb the leaderboards to the top and win that 15K on the weekly. Yes, we're going to be doing this weekly. And then when the NBA season rolls around, we'll be doing it multiple times, weekly. So once again, download the app and get in the game with us. We'll see you in the winner's circle. All right, fellas, I do want to put this on the screen because this is what I came across a couple days ago. And it was ironic that, 2K2 had this as their rankings. Lo and behold, let me zoom in on this. Lo and behold, as you can see, Shaq was a 99.
That's a glitch.
Paul Pierce, ironically, was a 98. That's higher than Chris Webber. That's higher than Tracy McGrady. That's higher than Allen Iverson, who I believe was on the cover. If he wasn't, he was the MVP the year before. That's higher than Dirk, and that's higher than Kobe. Wow.
Higher than Bean.
I think this, if anything, this
is as good as Jokic. I hear it.
This should just humble Kobe fans, because we know where Kobe was at this point in time. And I think this should help Paul Pierce fans know that Paul Pierce was highly overrated early in the 2000s. And then he was correctly.
So you're going to use the same list.
This is inaccurate.
This is inaccurate.
This is inaccurate.
This is inaccurate. Pin, would you like to get to it?
Kobe.
Yeah. There's a player.
I knew it was going to be a Kobe hater in here.
No. There's a player that's missing.
Who's missing?
And he should be above Chris Webber and slightly below Paul Pierce. And that player's name is Vince Carter. 96.
And who else was a 96?
Jason Kidd.
And who else was a 96?
Hold on.
Where's the list at?
Hold on. 97, Tim Duncan. Missing also. 98, Kevin Garnett missing also, by the way. So a little bit of inaccuracy there just to get some shot
But Paul
ratings.
Pierce was a 98.
Gary Payton, 97.
That's what I'm at. That's what I'm
Gary
at.
Payton for your Seattle.
Kobe was out the top
97.
15?
No, Kobe was a 96.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what was Swapper talking about humbling Kobe fans?
Here, let me see. I'm going back to the list right now.
Also, Elton Brand was 93, just in case you
shout out Elton Brand.
Rashid was 93 as well. Rashid was 93 as well.
So, fellas, this got me eerily curious. Obviously, the Paul Pierce 98, I was like, wow, how the hell was Paul Pierce 98? Because Paul Pierce was like that. But I was shocked that he was so high on the list. So it made me go through the 2K ratings throughout the years. And, well, I want to go through the 2K ratings with you guys throughout the years. We're going to go year by year, and we're going to look at all the 90s throughout the 2000s. And maybe this will put certain things into perspective, and we can see where certain players were ranked, where certain players weren't ranked, and really remember how things were on a year-to-year basis. Keep in mind, as we're going through these years, this is the year before. So 2K didn't do the up and downs like how they do now. They didn't change ratings. They gave you the ratings the year before going into the season, and that was it. So keep in mind, this is based on what players did the year before. But we are going to dive into every 90 from the 2000s, and we'll go year by year and see exactly what this looks like. So in this, it's two people that I want to shout out. The first person that was an 89 in the year 2000, 2K0, Kobe.
That is a fact.
Then Pin, one of your guys, Arvydas Sabonis.
Shouts.
Oh.
Next, moving up,
Penny
we
Hardaway.
had Sharif.
You missed one.
Oh, I'm not done, Pin. I'm getting to it.
No, 89. You missed one.
I'm just giving a couple 89 shout outs.
Oh, okay.
Is it another 89 you want to give a shout out to?
Penny Hardaway.
No, shout out to
Phoenix
Penny.
Suns.
For sure, shout out to Penny. Then we had Mutombo, Stephon Marbury.
Boo.
If you're booing for Stephon, then you're probably maybe gonna cheer for this next guy. Probably boo. Who knows? Karl Malone at 90.
Don't worry, they dropped him to like an 84 in like a couple of years.
Reggie Miller at 91. Alonzo Mourning as a 91. Hakeem Olajuwon as a 91.
Well, damn.
It's crazy.
Gary Payton. Grant Hill. Chill. Let me know if this recollection is right. If these players were in the same tiers, if certain players are ranked too high or shouldn't be above other guys. You too, Fluent. I know you were alive and well during this time. You know, some of us weren't conceived, but others of us remember these times vividly. And some of us just have memories of our memories and they don't remember shit. David Robinson.
This
93?
is 2000 or 99?
This is 2000.
The game came out in 1999.
So this is what they would have been ranked at 99 going into 2000.
Correct.
Yes. Weber. Shaq was a 93, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Why?
Because that means he's the same overall as current Kevin Durant.
Well, that's
what do you mean why?
Well, I think the talk around Shaq between 95 and 99 was very different.
I also, you can't do that though, Marsh. You can't compare it 1 year to 25 years later because their rankings and all have completely changed. So you can't say it's different. This 93 in this game was completely different than 93 in today's game.
Yeah, I guess you're in the top 5 or 6. I guess you're in the top 6 in this game.
Scottie Pippen was a 94. Shout out Scottie Pippen.
In that year, that's way too hot.
And just to let you know, the Blazers were the best team in
Scottie Pippen better than Shaq. Okay, buddy.
Right, Scottie. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Like Shaq should have been.
How was that ridiculous?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Come on.
He wasn't even
Scottie was. Yeah, but Scottie was still dope in Portland, though.
He wasn't the best player on his team.
He was better than Shaq.
Well, then they should have.
1999, he was the best player on his team.
Was Scottie Pippen in 1999-2000 going into that season? It's October of 1999-2000. Is Scottie Pippen higher rated than Shaq going into that season? Ox.
Look. That's not
Scotty was great.
My thing is this: they should have ranked Shaq higher then, okay? But all those guys that are under him on that list that you just named, he was better than them dudes. So looks fair to me.
Pippen got
not better than Grant Hill.
Cook up.
No, he wasn't. He was not better than Grant Hill.
I'm cool. Scotty probably shouldn't have been in 94.
I saw Scotty
lead
the conference finals that year.
92.
Respect.
Ox, I got your agenda. Scottie Pippen in the first 2K, the original 2K, was the best player on the best team in 2K. There you go. Because the Blazers were the best team in 2K. They were the highest rated.
That Blazers team was cold, chill.
They were dope.
And he was the best player.
They were led by Scottie Pippen.
This is Bucks team. Guys, you're thinking a different Scottie Pippen. This is the Scottie Pippen coming off of his 50 games in Houston, where he averaged what, like 14, 15 points a game, shot like 45%. Like, this isn't the same Scottie Pippen. You have to matter what they're going to be.
Together for 3 months.
You just told a whole half hour that defense doesn't matter. Now you're going to tell me defense
doesn't matter. Actually, I said it does matter. Scottie Pippen was the best wing defender in the league. That's why it matters.
In 99,
1999.
Shout out Ox. We know ball. Yep.
No.
Kobe was the better wing
You
defender.
know ball, but you don't have memories of those days when you were 7 years old. All right, that's not him.
I wasn't 7 in 2000.
Okay, 2, whatever you were. It doesn't matter.
All right, fellas. At 95, we had Kevin Garnett. Shout out to KG.
Yep.
Shout out to Jay Kidd for that 94 as well.
At 96, we had Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan at a 96, and Pennant alluded to it earlier. At 97, the top dog in 2K0
AI
was Allen Iverson.
Cover athlete.
Well, that's just wrong.
Is that Aura with Allen Iverson?
That's the scoring, and on that game,
it's being on
you
the
can
cover
score at
game.
will with AI.
I mean, you can score.
You can score at will.
Life.
No, but not. It's what I'm saying. He was the. Kobe in 2009 was like the. Iverson was in 2000 what Kobe was in 2009. Like, just unstoppable.
That's what I was about to ask you, Swiper, because Mars told me that, what was it, 16 Curry?
He thinks 16
Curry. Is either 16 Curry or which year of Bryant that you had, Mars?
Bryant was the 08. Bryant is the
08.
Oh, that was broken. That was the best player in 2K history.
Yes, that was.
I said 16 Steph because 2K actively they made Steph broken. Like
you can shoot from half court with him.
They announced that they were making Steph broken, and he was like you can shoot from half court. Like,
but Bryant is the best guard I've ever played with on 2K. Him and Paul Gasol had the best 2-man game that's ever existed on 2K.
Was he better than 97? Allen Iverson on 2K.
I mean, to me, he was. Could he out AI for all the great things? He's still 6 feet tall. Kobe was 6'6", could do anything he wanted. Yeah, I had the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was crazy.
I've never played NBA 2K or Sega 2K.
Dreamcast was crazy
because you weren't born. But
yeah, I've never played
2K on Sega. Yo, you don't understand what we were working with before 2K, bro. These players were so pixelated; they were terrible.
On Dream, at the time, we didn't.
You was just playing the game cross-sided. I was too busy with the
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate Live for what it was, but I don't think y'all know this. I don't know if you know this, but the reason that 2K Sports was even created is because Live had this deal with Sega where they would not cross-platform on Sega. So they wanted exclusive. They wanted to be the exclusive sports provider, and Sega said, "We'll just create our own company." And then they created NFL 2K, which was a dope game. NBA 2K, MLB 2K, and interestingly enough, eventually the NFL made an exclusive deal with Live. So then NFL 2K lost their focus. So then 2K,
they got mad.
2K Sports turned all of their attention over to basketball, and that's how this became the best basketball game in the world. Yeah, 2K was legit.
At the time when we were playing, I mean, me myself, I'll speak for me. When we were playing, we wasn't like, oh, these graphics are terrible. We were, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know it was going to get better. You know,
I was a weird kid.
When we saw those graphics, we thought they were amazing because we played double dribble. And in comparison to the double dribble, that was amazing. And if you don't know double dribble, go look it up. It was horrible.
And then the meter, you could feel the meter in the Dreamcast. Like when they were sprinting down the court, down the field, you could feel them running. Like inside the controller. Like
who was your favorite player to play with? I'm actually curious. In 2K, 2K1, who was your favorite player to play with?
In what? Like Madden or football?
No, NBA. Who was your favorite player? Like you just love playing with that player. Mine was Brian Grant. I don't know why Brian Grant was so good in NBA 2K, but dude, I used to score like 40 points a game with Brian Grant.
I mean, it's probably Allen Iverson. I mean, who didn't want to be AI? when you were that young. Like I was 11, like in 2001. So like AI was my like hero. I had braids like because of AI. Like I was Allen Iverson. Yeah, he was the biggest influence on us.
He wasn't always bald, Mars. Yes, he is. He used to have hair on his head. Yes, he did.
And you better believe once that Beyonce what's a sacred come in the box.
Hell yeah! I know I said what I said, but send me some.
You gonna grow it back like a chia pet?
Yep, sure will.
Yeah.
I'll be up here. Look, I'll be up here like, you going to Turkey? Nope.
All right, so moving to 2K1. These are the rankings, and these are the people that were 90s. I want to give out a couple honorable mentions. Dirk was an 84. T-Mac was an 86. T-Mac fell out the rankings down to 86. Lamar Odom was a 99 or 89. Steve Franchise was an 89. Ray Allen was an 89, and Jalen Rose was an 89. But let's start with a couple 90s. This is going into the 2000-2001 season. Is that correct?
Yeah. 2000 okay.
Yeah, 2001 season.
Yeah.
So we got Grant Hill as a 90. Baller. Penny as a 90. Latrell Sprewell and Rasheed Wallace were both 91s.
Man, Latrell was the man.
People forget about how good Latrell was.
Not on PC no more because of me. Latrell was my dog.
Because of who?
Me. You didn't like hood hoopers like that back in the day, Ox. So stop it.
Ron, send him to hell, bro. Send him to hell. I've been keeping Latrell name alive on this platform since I got here.
I never heard talk about Latrell Sprewell.
As a 92, we got David Robinson. 93, Chris Webber.
That's what's up.
94 again, Scottie Pippen.
Yes, Scotty.
Scotty.
I'm telling you, stop it. After even being worse. No more defense, 12 points a game. Come on.
Scotty.
Maybe it could have been a legacy rating too for Scotty. But at 95,
like LeBron's this year.
Move David Robinson up higher.
Hey, hold on, Ron. Say his name. Who is that at 95?
At 95, we had
Eddie
Jones.
They don't know about Eddie.
Michael Finley as well.
That was J-Dub. That was J-Dub before J-Dub. Go watch Eddie Jones, bro. Eddie Jones.
J-Dub, hold on. J-Dub can't talk.
No, J-Dub ain't good as him now, but that's J-Dub. Like, Eddie Jones is crazy, bro.
Pippen is not better than anyone on that list at that point.
Well, at 95, we still had Karl Malone. And we had Michael Finley. Also, as a 95, Vince Carter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Vince was one of them ones in 2001.
Yeah, Vince was crazy. I couldn't shoot with him at all, but I would love to drive with him.
At 96, a guy who we don't really talk about too much, Alonzo Mourning.
Nothing to talk about.
What?
None.
He couldn't do anything on the game. He was a shot blocker. Like, you couldn't score with him. So, like, what am I gonna do with him?
Post up.
J-Kid.
I'm not slowing the game down out of Allen Iverson's hand to give Alonzo Mourning a touch, respectfully.
You don't play defense? You can't just block.
On the game? I mean, yeah, I can do that with anybody.
That Miami Heat team was stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Marley, Thunder Dan Marley, Tim Hardaway, Brian Grant, Eddie Jones, and Alonzo Mourning. And off the bench, you got Anthony Mason, Ricky Davis. Shout out to Ricky Davis. Anthony Carter.
After they lost to the Knicks in 98.
Bruce Bowen.
After they lost.
You get Eddie House coming off your bench. He's your 10th man. Just cold shooter. Ugh,
they were the number one seed in that lockout shortened season. After they lost to the Knicks, it was over for them.
My team was ridiculous.
So this year, things started to balance out a little bit. You got Alonzo at 96, J. Kidd at 96, Gary Payton at a 97. Allen Iverson then fell from the best rated player to 96. Can you guys guess who these top 4 players are?
Kobe. Kobe's one of them.
Kevin
Kobe is.
Shaq.
And the Diesel.
No, Shaq would have been the 99. So
Shaq is 98. Shaq's 98.
Yeah, it's Allen Iverson. No? Oh.
No. It's Shaq, Duncan, Kobe, Garnett.
It's Tim Duncan and
Kevin. Oh, well, who's the 99?
That's KG.
KG got a 99.
They know bull, man. They know bull.
Better put some respect on KG.
Bull. Come on. They know bull. Respectable.
Is this how you guys remember it to be? Kevin Garnett being the best.
I definitely remember.
It's how I remember it. Mm-hmm.
The 99, I don't remember, but I remember that being the league at the point.
That's exactly how I remember it.
KG and Tim Duncan.
If you told me KG was the best player in 2000, 2001, I don't think a lot of people would have argued with that. Again, if you're looking at offense and defense, I don't think that's crazy.
Rightfully so.
You wouldn't get no argument from me.
Yeah.
Or me.
I'm high on KG. I think he's in the conversation with Duncan for best power forward ever.
We had the conversation not too long ago.
Really not.
And that's the only conversation. That's where the conversation stops with KG and Tim Duncan.
Well,
Evan Garnett was not better than Malone. I'm out, man. I can't fucking handle.
What do you mean? What do you mean not better than Malone? What do you mean? What does that 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 mean?
Moses?
It means he's not better.
It means he's not better than Karl Malone. So what do you mean?
We've already had this conversation before.
And
What's so
Duncan,
bad about
that's
today?
what that means.
KG was not better than Tim Duncan.
He just wanted to leave.
Relax.
That's all that was.
But maybe for a video game.
Chill belts.
Oh,
damn! Really laugh.
Karl Malone crash out
This
in
isn't
2025. What are we
the
doing
platform
here?
to crash out for Karl Malone, but I do understand where he's coming from because Karl Malone was great. I think it's fine to have Karl Malone number 3. I think just talking about overall because I said that's the only conversation for power.
Hey, man, Karl Malone he's 4th on my list, bro. Get out of here, bro.
That's fine. Like
Yeah,
I think having Karl Malone
They were
3rd or
legacy
4th
merchants.
was
What's your list?
So we did this already.
Okay.
Mars, I had Duncan, Garnett, Giannis, Dirk, and then I think I had peak Barkley and then Malone.
and
I think
then
that's what I
you
had.
Oh.
So you had him at 6.
Yeah, I love Barkley. I'm a big Charles Barkley believer. You know, respectfully.
I think I got Malone.
I had 32 at number 3. I probably should have him at number 4.
I didn't rank him.
You guys might be sleeping.
Yeah,
on
there were a few people who took the solidarity stance. And didn't.
Oh, they can't.
Yeah.
Pass.
There were a couple people who actively left him.
Giannis is clearly better than Karl Malone. Like,
Well, I don't see Giannis isn't on my list because I don't rank active players, so it's easier, right?
So LeBron's not on your list.
LeBron is the one and only exception that I make on my all-time list.
Steph Curry's still not on your all-time list.
No, LeBron's the only exception.
CP3 is not on your all-time list either.
LeBron is the only
conversation.
CP who?
Point guards. You're talking about just point guards, right?
Any list.
LeBron's
the only exception that's an active player who's on my list.
2000.
When did LeBron become the exception?
Yo, Ron, did you mention that? Never mind. You go into 2K2
2020?
next, right?
Yeah.
2020 when he was
It's like
35.
year
So by the
17.
time, okay, all right.
There are some
Damn,
very
Stephen, yeah, 18,
notable
he's still
risers in
talking
2K2.
And honestly, it was just
Very notable.
I'm tired of having to explain it to people.
Oh, okay,
we finally get to show
That seems like
Jalen
more
Rose
work
some
to
love.
not put them on if they're past like 35 years old.
Oh, nigga, like Jalen Rose.
No, I won't put anyone active on. But at that point, by 2020, it was just annoying to explain to people I don't put active people on. So I just threw him on, and everybody shut up and left me alone.
But then you didn't put him at number 1, so people still complain.
No, I didn't. Yeah, so they still did.
Yeah.
Where do you have LeBron?
All time number 2.
Wait,
Okay.
I have
Still
a
up,
question,
still
Fluent.
up,
You're a
still
ball knower. If you knew someone that had LeBron at 5 and 7th all time, how would you feel about them personally? If you heard someone say that,
I'd have to ask them their criteria, and if it matched with everybody else that he had before him.
they didn't. It does not.
If it doesn't match, then they're basing it on emotion and feelings, and it's probably not right.
You're in an emotion feeling sandwich right now.
Yeah, you are.
I'm basing it on the fact that I refuse to put LeBron James over Shaq, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson.
You lost me.
And Kobe
Kareem
Bryant.
Abdul-Jabbar.
And Kareem, obviously Kareem and Kobe Bryant. Like,
You refuse because of why?
because it's like Fluent. You know what? Please mute yourself, bro. I'm trying to talk to Fluent. Fluent. What I'm saying,
More feelings.
You were no, it's just rude to just keep interrupting. You asked me a question. So Fluent, what I'm saying is, and matter of fact, you were here when I was first saying this. Like, of these top 10 dudes, like, you either got to do it tiers, or you just got to realize that we have like anywhere from 5 to 7 GOATs. Like, all these dudes are just super good at basketball, and I've seen them first. So I put them on the list first. And I don't care to move them. On top of that, if there was if there was anybody that I could move over, Bron over, it would be Kobe or Magic. But those other 4 guys, it's non-negotiable. I'm not putting LeBron over Shaq, Tim Duncan.
Now, are you just talking NBA, right? You're just talking NBA. Basketball.
Yeah, just NBA. But then, I mean, Kareem's just the GOAT.
I know, because when you include high school and college, Kareem's clearly one, and
Kareem's the GOAT forever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for him. But I mean, on top of that, Fluent, I don't really care too much for the whole ranking thing. I don't really care because it's like when you're that good, you could be better than anybody on any given day. So it doesn't. Really
so Swiper, to answer your question, I'm okay with anyone's ranking because it's all based on opinion if their criteria makes sense, right? So that's all. So this one, okay, it makes sense because it's based on nostalgia and emotion.
Well, I mean, if you say so, I mean, I just think Shaq, Tim Duncan.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. Trust me.
Jay and I argue all the time because he has like I think 7 centers in his top 10, and I 6. Sorry, and I move most of my centers out because I think they have. I think the way that the game was played, I don't rank them as high because the way that the NBA was kind of focused on giving them more opportunities, more touches in the early days in the 60s and 70s. So I look at different things differently. So where he has them ranked, I'm like, yeah, I get it. He can explain it, and mine's just different.
But there's a reason why they were fed so many touches because they were the most efficient players on the court.
At that time, based on gameplay, sure.
They're still the most efficient players. Like Jokic is still the most efficient player in the game.
Well, there's only 3 centers in the game right now, so it's different.
That's not true. It's already people saying that. Zubac is a center. He's not in the top 5 centers. He's clearly a center. Clearly.
He does
clearly
play 5. He does.
Clearly.
Like
Rudy Gobert is clearly a center, a defensive anchor. Bam Adebayo, a defensive center.
So why don't these guys get touches?
Here's the thing.
He's the same height as Bill Russell. Bill Russell was 6'9".
Different era.
I cannot hear
Bam dominates defensively in this era.
I cannot hear the argument for Shaq over LeBron.
He's one of the most dominant defenders in the league.
Right?
6
They
years.
both got 4 rings, but LeBron got his 4 rings in a tougher era, in my opinion. Tougher competition. Absolutely. He got a ring against the Warriors. Okay, like that's legit.
Bill Russell was 6'9", locking up Wilt. By the way,
look, we talk all the time. I also want to say, how much?
He also quit in 07 and lost in 11. So,
I'm 14. I'm 15.
Hold on.
I'm 17.
While we're on, disappointing early finals, did he party for a week prior to facing off the San Antonio Spurs? If you want to argue longevity,
I don't know what LeBron
got it. If you want to argue longevity, LeBron got it. You want to argue MVPs, LeBron got it. You want to argue total accolades, LeBron got it. You want to talk championships as a number 1 player, LeBron got it. Like,
make sure you put Bron number 1 on your list, bro.
Fellas, we about to transition back into this list. Maybe we'll get into another LeBron.
Did you guys already do the 45 points per game though thing? Which
we talked about it briefly on playback, but hold on, what do you want to say about it though?
That he couldn't do it, not wouldn't do it because it's not winning basketball, which is also true. He couldn't do it.
Why
Jordan
not?
could not.
Averaging 45 a game. Like, think about what averaging 45 a game means.
Before I left, I wanted to say this. Here's why he couldn't. Because it's so funny because people call me a LeBron hater. Now when I say this, they call me a Jordan hater. So it's interesting. However, he couldn't score 45 per game because this is what he would have to do to score 45 points per game in today's era. He'd have to take 30 field goal attempts per game. He's never done that in his career.
That's on average, Tone, by the way.
On average. Yeah, I'm not saying for a series. I'm saying for an 82 game. So he'd have to take 30 shots per game. Of those 30, 10 of them would have to be threes. He's never done that before. He'd have to shoot 15 free throws per game. He's never done that before. That's probably 5 more than what they're taking now, the number 1 person who's going to the line per game. On top of those 3 things that he's never done before, he'd have to average 50, 40, 90 on all those attempts to get 45.5 points per game, something he's never done before. It's not happening in today's NBA. He could not do it. And when you look at a guy like Wilt, because people always say, well, Wilt averaged 50. Cool. Wilt averaged 50. You know how he averaged 50? And that's only 1.25 points more per game. So it's not that big of a deal. To average 50, he took 50 shots a game, 12 free throws, and averaged 50%. It's not, and he played 48.5 minutes. It's just not happening. It's not happening. He could not do it.
Different argument, but a valid argument. What percentage of points did Michael Jordan score for his team? Because he famously played in one of the slowest eras. Okay,
I think a third.
Actually, I used his 37 point per game season as a baseline when I started doing the calculations, and that year the pace is higher than it is now. They took the same amount of field goals as they did now. They averaged only 3 less points per game than they do now, but that's with making now 12 more threes per game to get that 3 extra points per game. So pace, field goal attempts, none of that matters.
Okay. And there were centers in the paint, right?
insane.
There were
That's
centers in the paint who were allowed to hang out down
Correct.
there. There was a lot of size. There was a lot of physicality. Take all that out. You have the best downhill attack guard in NBA history, and the paint is
you know what else
open.
they had? They also had one scorer on the team and players who played other roles. Now you got 2 or 3 guys that can score, so he's not getting those shot attempts. It's just not he couldn't do it in any era shoot that many times. So it's not going to happen now when you have more options. It's just not going to happen.
Sure it would. And I mean, again, I'll argue maybe 40, 45 might be generous, but I think he could average 42 easy.
So if you easily think he can average 42, then that means that 45 isn't generous. That means
care about math until it's time to talk about Michael Jordan.
No.
All logic goes.
They really don't. And the reason why they really don't is
Michael Jordan come up and it's just fan fiction.
The thing that we're leaving out. It really isn't. The thing that you're leaving out, Penn, is the thing that Tone talked about at the end. You do understand that the year that Chamberlain averaged 50 a game, he played every minute of every game.
Yeah, I'm not.
Jordan isn't doing that.
In an era that averaged 120 possessions.
So
he played every minute. The only reason why he didn't play every minute, let me rephrase that. The only reason why he averaged playing every minute of every game, he missed 7 minutes because he got thrown out of a game. Jordan is not playing 48 minutes every night. Jordan is not playing 40 minutes every night. That's not happening. And Jordan has made it clear to us.
You're the same person who a few weeks ago was with me saying no one's going to average that many minutes anymore because of sports science. Now Michael Jordan comes out, he might average 40 minutes. When it comes to Michael Jordan, your logic abandons you.
He's super smart.
Michael Jordan transcends logic for Penn. Every other conversation is going to be math, analytics, understanding all of these things, processes, sports science, everything. Michael Jordan, man, he just the GOAT, man. He just gonna
I'm saying he could. I'm not saying he will. I'm saying he could. Even if he averages 38 minutes a game, it doesn't matter. Look, here's the point.
You think in 38 minutes he could take 30 field goal attempts and 10 of them being threes? And don't forget, when he's taking 10 threes, he's not that I did. That's the only way he can get to that number.
Not necessarily. I'll see your situation. I'll raise your situation. So the most important thing for what Michael Jordan does is space. I believe spacing would unlock Jordan to a level that he did not have. The pick and roll is such a fantastic thing in today's game. Was so frequent with the level of physicality that was allowed back then. You simply did not have, and the lack of spacing because everything's crammed into the paint. Go watch those games, Fluent. And let me know.
I'll watch those games and I'll watch teams gapping off Michael Jordan.
How many shots per game do you think he's taking?
I think he can. He's probably if you're talking just straight field goal attempts, 26.
The way Michael Jordan plays,
25.
Okay, so when MJ averaged 37, he shot 28.
He's going to the line 14 or 15 times. Okay, hold on.
He's getting to the line more than Giannis.
Hold on. No, that's fine.
That's the line as much as Giannis, if not more.
Hold on, he's taking 26 field goals. How many threes?
Come on, be for real, Mars.
How many threes?
Okay, buddy.
Let's make it 31 field goals.
Hold on. No.
He said 26 free throws, 15 free throws.
How many of those 26 are threes?
He's gonna say 5 or something crazy.
Seven threes again.
Awesome. So what percentage of threes is he hitting?
36%.
Okay, so that's the highest of his career.
So of those 7,
I like Fluent. You're doing the math. No, keep going. Fluent.
Whoa. Highest of his career?
Yeah,
for a season?
He didn't shoot 42%.
How many free throws again?
He didn't shoot 50% from 3
in a season.
He shot 42% from 3 in a season. Yes.
Oh, short on 3.9. Yeah.
And we're not using those 3 years for the short.
Okay.
No, yeah, we are. He was spanking that.
But that's not one today.
It's not, but that's not it.
It's the psychological advantage. He sees Steph, Dame, and all these other guys doing it.
We're going to shorten the line for Michael Jordan. He's going to shoot 7 threes a game because he's Michael Jordan.
Let's finish. Hold on. What percentage of his twos is he going to hit? Those 19 twos. What percentage is he hitting?
You can do this online, by the way.
60.
And by the way, Penn, and before you answer that, and before
60.
Wait.
58.
Wait.
60. Go 60.
And this is the same Jordan who in 1987, 1988, 1989 had the whole right side of the floor cleaned out for him. That was going on. Who had the whole left side of the floor cleaned out for him. That's not going on today.
Percentages he making?
Don't act like he was never not getting double though.
What percent?
But he's
Hold on,
86.
Hold on. 86%. So okay.
85%.
His free throw percentage changes.
I'm gonna give you.
Yes.
Yeah, Mars.
I'm gonna give
Less
you
physicality, less beat up,
Facts.
less drained.
60% is crazy.
On 2?
Why is that crazy?
What did SGA shoot on 2s this year?
Hold on. He still
58?
does take 45 per game.
What's that? What's that?
Did he get close?
He's still at 43. And those numbers are ridiculous.
What did I say? 42.
43. That's cool.
Those numbers are not crazy.
43. That's
Yeah,
damn
you-
near 45. We good.
You gave Michael Jordan.
So he could not go 45 per game. So we
Hang
all
on.
You gave Michael
Hang on,
Jordan
hang on.
36% from
I
three.
want
You
to
gave Michael Jordan
clarify
50
something
free
fluid.
throws a
Hold
game.
on.
And
What
you
do
gave him 60% from 2.
Hold on.
And he still couldn't get it.
60%, according to you, is crazy for Jordan, right? That's crazy. Oh my God. 60% from 2. You know what Shea shot from 2 last 2 years? 57%, 57.5%.
Cool.
You don't think Michael Jordan is 2.5% better than Shea at shooting
At
2?
least
I
five.
also don't,
He's
I
at
also
least
don't-
might be 5.
I don't think he's 11 points per game.
Seven,
better than Shea.
maybe
That's
even
the logical
7.
one over.
I don't think if he's taking 19 field goal
way
attempts
better
per game,
athlete than Shea.
so he's not getting fouled
Is
on
he
the
doing anything defensively now, or is we just
What
saying that?
What Michael Jordan are we using for this?
I don't know, but I don't think
91,
it's like
92.
Well, let's say 86. Let's say 86
Anywhere
is
from
a good point.
88 to 93.
No, we gotta say
Anywhere.
86.
It don't
Let's say
matter.
86.
Anywhere.
So just
86 Mars.
in his dream, hold on. In this dream scenario, my point is he couldn't score 45. Even in this dream scenario, he still didn't get to 45. So
I
I'm
was
right.
being
Not
generous.
getting to 45.
Well, Fluent,
So,
that's
okay,
because
cool.
you should have listened
So
to
he
me when
takes
I
one
said
more
they took
shot, and he gets
31
one more
shots
free
instead
throw,
of
and then he gets a
27.
45. Boom. So, okay, I'll say one thing. I'll say one thing.
91
hold on.
MJ shot 1-3 a game
Fluent,
at 31%.
The average team
take
nine-
those minutes.
going to
Take
shoot
those minutes.
33% of their
That's why I
field.
said you got to go to.
He's going to shoot 33% of their field goals and 90% of their free throw attempts. Like that's just
Joe, sorry, Fluent. I'm assuming that he's on a good team here. Okay, I'm
That's
assuming
the
he's on a good team. No.
If he's on a
No,
good
no,
team,
I was
he's not
assuming
He's
averaging.
on a good team shooting
Let's
28
say-
shots.
Yeah.
No way.
So
No,
let's
sir.
say he's on a team that misses their star for half a season, and he has to play more minutes.
Look at the mental gymnastics you have to do to get here.
So the mental gymnastics
Logic
from
leads the
43 and a half
window
to
when it's Michael
45?
Jordan.
Oh my God, 1.5 is a very insignificant difference unless it comes to proving.
Maybe
your
if
point,
he's
huh?
on the Warriors pre Jimmy Butler, I guess it's.
I just need an explanation on how 91 MJ shot 1-3 a game at 31%, but Penn Star basketball is now telling me he shoots 7 at 36%.
And by the
Same
way,
argument
Mars,
I used with Magic last episode.
no,
Great
the reason
player.
why that
Adapt.
You basically have to take
Great-
Mars. What you have to do is you
You
have
just
to
changed his game.
hold on, Mars. You have to take more field
Yes.
goal attempts than he's ever taken ever at a higher percent than he's ever made ever, more threes than he's ever taken ever at the highest percent that he's ever made ever, with more free throws than he's ever made ever at the highest percentage ever made for him just to get barely there. Just think
Okay,
of-
well, of course, that's what it's going to take. But to Mars's point, just so you know, this is the same dude who the next year cracked 6 threes in a game and was like, that ain't really my game. I don't really want to play like that.
It's not
Now,
even.
you're going to tell me, Penn, that he's going to play like that on a regular. It's the same dude that said, this ain't my game. So
Sure.
don't let the three,
It'll
don't
be
let
less
the fact that I
aggressive.
cracked 6
Deviation
threes.
from
Don't let
the norm is how you normalize for errors. Okay.
Don't let the
So
fact
here's
that I
the thing.
cracked 6 threes in a game fool you. This ain't really
Sure.
my game. This ain't really the way I play.
There's a natural evolution of the game. Okay. And then there is the individual deviation from the norm. Okay. So a player who, for instance, shot 20% less threes than the average shooting guard, there's no reason to believe that player would shoot more than or less than 20% less than the normal average shooting guard. That's my point. Like, the game has changed. He's not just going to not shoot threes. If DeMar DeRozan played in the 80s, DeMar DeRozan doesn't take any threes. Okay, but DeMar DeRozan plays now, so he takes some threes. And DeMar DeRozan is
How many does he take? 2, 3?
irrelevant.
Take 2 or 3. It's not irrelevant because they have a similar game.
DeMar DeRozan is not a better shooter than Michael Jordan.
style.
First of all, that this is not a fair comparison. What I'm saying is DeMar is a player who has been reluctant to shoot threes. I'll give you a fairer example, which is Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is a great example. He is a player who is obsessed with the mid-range. He is obsessed with the midi pull. Kevin Durant is another player. If these players played earlier, they would take fewer threes. They're reluctant to take threes. They don't like threes. They like to operate in the mid-range.
And him shooting that many threes makes him less
Still
aggressive.
take 6 or 7.
Makes him taking less free throws. It all balances out. You can't do both. You can't shoot way more threes and go to the line more than you've ever gone. Just think about in the year. Hold on, in the year that he took, 28 shots per game when he averaged 37 a night, he only went to the line 11 times. and he shot like half a three. So he wasn't shooting three. So he's going to the basket every time and still only got to the line 11 times with a center waiting there to hit him. So now you're telling me he's going to have an open lane. It's going to be free. There's no one there to shot block him. And he's going to driving to the basket less, and he's going to go to the line more.
Even though there's less free throws,
25% more. That's the math don't math. It's illogical.
What is the most points? Mars would know this, or Swiper would know this. One of you guys would know this. What is the most points Jordan has scored as a percentage of his team's offense ever? We'll settle this up real quick.
I think was that game 6? Was that game 6?
No, he's saying
no. Like for a season. Did he ever come close to scoring like 40-ish?
I'm assuming it would be the 37 points out of the Bulls.
Yeah, 87.
What's that, about a third?
87.
Yeah,
is it about a third?
Yeah,
104.8 divided by what? 37.1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And this year,
5 more possessions per game.
What is the average team score?
About
he scored 35% of his team points.
113, 110 was that year. 113 this year.
113 is the average team scoring.
Yep.
Yeah, so 3 more points than then.
That's about 40 points.
About or 39 points.
39.55.
Yeah.
So round up to 40. So that's about 40. And I'm saying that I think the league right now, with the physicality, the rules, you can't touch him. You know how many fouls he didn't get?
Because watch some games from Jordan in 87, and this will get debunked instantly.
Mars,
that man was getting to the line from the most petty foul calls of all time. The year in which he averaged 37, he had the best whistle in the league by a significant margin.
And what makes you think
you literally couldn't touch the man? You got 12
and I'm saying it would be even more egregious today.
But there's less free throws today than there was back then. There's less.
It wouldn't be.
So how is that possible? There's less free throws now, but he would shoot more, even though he had the best whistle in the league back then.
They're averaging 9 less free throw attempts per game this season than they did when he did that. 9 less.
The game is less. The game right now has never been less equipped to stop a Michael Jordan. Number one, you don't have the big in the
Everything
paint.
you're saying is incorrect.
But it's not incorrect.
Keep going, Penn. Keep going, Penn. You don't have the big. You don't have. Keep going, Penn.
Okay.
Wait, Penn. Keep going. You don't have the big in the paint.
You don't have that big shot blocker in the paint. There's no Dikembe and Ewing and all that shit. You got like 1 or 2 of those guys in the league, maybe. Okay. The average team does not have 1, 2, 3 big guys there. Number 2, I would say your guys on the inside, the 2 big, 3, the second big, whatever. They're just a lot less physical. Right, you don't have that big burly power forward anymore. How
is he getting more free throws with all of this more space and less physicality?
Exactly.
So he's getting fouled more, but no one's around him. That's what you're telling me.
You know what else you have? More guys on your team that can score, and you're gonna be less minutes. There's gonna be more shots. They're same shots, by the way. They're taking the
more
same
emphasis on passing.
Michael Jordan's
same possessions and more guys who can score. It's gonna take away from his opportunities. It's not gonna add to it. And to your point, if he's shooting 7 more threes, he's going to the rim less, so he's going to get less free throw attempts. That's just a fact. It's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Michael Jordan's skills translate very well to today's game.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I agree with Penn on that point.
Mid-range shooting has never been more efficient. Why? Because teams are backing off, because they are preferring mid-range. The analytics are changing how you would guard Jordan. You would now surrender mid-range shots to him maybe more than you did back then.
Another reason he'd get less free throws.
Exactly.
But
every point you're making is why he would get less free throws, but you told me he would get 15. You told me he'd get to the line more than Giannis.
More than
the
most
relentless downhill attacker in the NBA today. Who teams foul on purpose.
I think
but he'd get more free throws than him.
Because
that's logical to you.
Hang on. It is logical to me because of Jordan's craft and Jordan's shiftiness and the fact that Jordan is a relentless player in the mid post. How does Shea get to the line as often as he does? Is it just driving to the rim like Giannis? No. Hang on. Who is closer to Giannis as an athlete or as a downhill attacker? Shea or Jordan? Be for real now. Who's better in the mid post? Shea or Jordan?
But Shea doesn't get to the line as much as Giannis.
How many times would Giannis get to the line if he was shooting 7 threes per game, though?
Pardon?
Because that would take a lot away from his game.
Get to the line if he shot 7 threes per game, as you have Jordan doing.
Because that's primarily Giannis's game, getting downhill. That's his game.
And he only shoots 10.5 free throws a game.
Also, why are we acting like you can't get fouled on free throws and jump shots? Like Jordan is crafty. You can get fouled on that. His ability to
you are to the rim, you get fouled on 1% of your threes, and if you have him shooting 7, then that's pretty irrelevant, right? So we got to talk about the twos.
That's less than 25% of his total offense. Because if I'm putting him at the line, right? Like we're talking about a relentless score. If he averages number of field goal attempts, number of threes, number twos that I said, that is a relentless bucket. That's a ball hog. Okay,
and I'm not saying that's significantly higher than anyone in the league right now. So why would today's league?
The question is not would he. The question is could he. That's a different question. If you tell Michael Jordan right now, do you want to go out and average 45? He would say yes or no. And the question is, who is it up to?
Well, MJ has said many times he doesn't play for stats. So I think MJ would say no, he would want to win.
Okay.
So if you're going to go down that rabbit hole, then
I already give you the numbers. For him to do it, it would be 30 field goals, 22s, 10 threes, 15 free throws at 50, 40, 90 splits, what he can't do. Period.
Once again,
how many minutes is he doing in the game?
And
in Penn's hypothetical,
40 minutes a game.
Yeah. MJ would have to shoot Giannis volume from 2-point range on Giannis efficiency. He would have to shoot the highest free throw volume of all time at 85%.
Okay.
And he would have to shoot 7 threes a game, which is the equivalent of Zach LaVine at 36%. To get close.
Michael Jordan was the coach.
And this is just reasonable when Penn's managed.
So if you have a coach who says to Michael, listen, if you average 45, we're probably going to lose. I'm sure he won't want to average 45. But here's my question to you, Fluent. And this is a real question. You have Michael Jordan in front of you, 91 Jordan, okay? You have built a time machine, and we have today's rules. So you've ported 91 Jordan into today's NBA. And he says to you, Fluent, I will bet you $1 million that I can go out and average 45.
For betting, that's different because he's betting. That's different.
Why? Because the question was, could he?
Yeah, he just get kicked from the league.
That is not a different question because that is not what we're arguing. We're not arguing would he. We're arguing could he.
I would say
the argument is he 100% can.
Couldn't do it for a whole season.
How many minutes is he playing a night, Penn, in your estimation?
Whatever it takes, 42, 43, whatever. If he has to get 45, the question is not whether he will.
Well, that's how the topic started. Because Shannon Sharp asked Ty Lue what MJ would average today.
It's what he would average.
He asked him what MJ would average today, and he said 45.
He wouldn't average 45, and
my argument would be that he'd average around 40, 41. I would think he would average 41. The question is, could he average 45? And if that is the question, my answer is 100%.
In a series, how many times did he average 45?
In a series?
Yeah. NBA Finals, he did what? 93?
43 he averaged. 40. He's averaged 45 one time.
Averaged 45 in a series.
The fact that he's done it once is crazy, but
there you go.
And by the way, that's
twice. Once against Miami in the first round in 92, and once against the Cavs in 88. Twice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Twice. And by the way, Mars,
plus 5 times.
And tell me what you had to do to get there.
In averaging 45 against the Cavs, bear with me. MJ averaged, where are we at?
And none of this is from him being the GOAT, by the way, but go ahead.
In 5 games, he averaged all the series. He averaged 30. He averaged 30 shots a game and 12 free throws a game at 56% from the field and 92% from the line, playing 43 minutes a game. He didn't shoot a 3. So in a 5-game sample, it took 30 shots and 12
you can do it in
free
stretches. Can't do it for 82. What's the other one?
A lot. I mean, I've seen James Harden average like 50.
And tell me,
do it.
Hold on. And in the series that he scored 45, what were his teammates doing?
In that series in particular, you have 2 teammates who scored in double figures, 11 points and 10.5.
That's not happening in today's NBA. Okay, go ahead.
And then everyone else was below 9. Horace Grant 9 points, Sam Vincent 7.5, Dave Corzine 7, Brad Sellers 6.
So as they say in the business.
Now you're more fluent.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So,
one. I stayed an extra half hour just for you, Ron.
It didn't seem like that was for me. It seemed like it was from somebody next to you. But however,
Michael Jordan, Luka Doncic, Harden. You're not
okay. Well, you could be
guys
better
who've
than,
averaged.
You can be better than all of them and not average a bunch more points. That's not how it works.
It is.
James Harden averaged.
You can be better and average less points.
James Harden isn't the 3rd best scorer ever because he has the 3rd highest regular season average ever. That's stupid logic, and you don't even believe it. But James Harden had the most analytically friendly game we've ever seen, and he cracked 36. He had a 40-game stretch averaging 39.7. And he was taking 26 shots a game. He was shooting 14 threes a game. He was shooting 12 free throws a game, and he couldn't get to 40. But you're telling me Mr. Michael Jordan, who didn't shoot three, is going to shoot 7 times more in today's game. The guy who shot 30% from three is going to shoot 36% in today's game. The guy who shot 10 free throws a game at absolute peak is going to shoot 15 in today's game just to barely crack 43. And that's just logical to Mr. Sachs degree.
And by the way,
I wish technology existed for 91 Jordan to come here right now so he could bet you that he could do this and watch you wet your pants.
Okay, and then he can go place a bet, and then Adam Silver will kick him out the league. So then guess what? I win the bet.
Let's take easy peasy. Table. What are we doing, man? This dude averaged 45 a game for a week. 1 week. 7 days he did that.
In the playoffs.
Telling me that he's going to do that. You're telling me he's going to do that for an entire season. Penn, I don't know if you know this, but the season goes from October to April. That
and includes Washington, and includes Charlotte,
that means that on a
and it includes those teams, yo.
He might go Toronto and Denver and the Kings.
Right, and they're subbing him off in the fourth quarter because they're blowing him out.
Like he did, by the way, when they played in 91, when they were smoking everybody.
Not to mention, in order for this to be possible, you have to put MJ around bums. Okay?
He's
like
that
in order for this to even be feasible, you have to put MJ around bums, which means the whole spacing argument disappears. Because if you're putting them around a bunch of bums, teams aren't guarding the bums, which means the spacing is gone.
What if they're just shooters, Mars? What if they're
the Bucks?
Then he has to pass to the shooters.
This year's Bucks.
No, what I'm saying, no, Mars. So because then you could get some spacing, right?
But then he has to. But then if they collapse, he has to actually give them the ball.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Which means the points go down.
KPJ is getting traded. I'll tell you that much. You're not going to be dribbling.
All that means is that MJ goes from averaging 45 to now he's averaging 36 and 8 assists. So like,
so let me real quick. Let me try to build a team but we're not going to give him just straight bumps. Let's give him a good.
Grayson Allen at the 2.
No, in fact, no. I want to put him with Steph Curry.
Why? Put him.
He's not getting the 45.
Give him
I like that pin. Put him in place of Shea. I like that. But no, I want to put him with Steph. But it's like Steph. Steph is okay with him taking the reins, kind of like he was okay with KD shooting.
Steph ain't averaging all that point.
Put him in place.
Steph shot more than KD. Steph shot more than KD in all of those.
Steph was still okay with KD being there and shooting.
Michael Jordan is a stretch big.
Remember, Ox, you got to shoot 28 times a game, Ox.
No, I said 31. I think he needs to shoot 31.
Steph ain't letting him do that.
Why not?
So Ox, let's put it.
Because you know I'm right.
Okay. So the athlete that he is, right? The athlete that he is, the mid-range shooter that he is, the finisher that he is, the transition player that he is, the one-on-one player he is. Let's put him on a crew where he's playing off the ball.
Jokic would love that.
Put him on a
Jokic trying to shoot the whole game.
Let's put him on a
Jokic.
You can't put him off the ball though.
Okay, yes we do. Here's why. Here's why.
Unless he's in a triangle system, he's not going to be off the ball. Not in today's game.
This is what I'm thinking. So let's put him on a crew. What does he look like with Halliburton? What does he look like with Trae Young?
He looks really good.
What does he look like?
Amazing. He looks like the best player in the NBA.
Those dudes?
He looks like the best player in the NBA. Which I can tell you what he
doesn't look like. I can tell you what he doesn't look like. I can tell you what he doesn't look like. He doesn't look like a 45 a game guy. I can tell you that right now.
Yes,
that's not happening. No. Even when I'm playing with Trae Young as a distributor, even when I'm playing with Tyrese Halliburton as a distributor, even when I'm playing with Luka Doncic as one of the better distributors in the game, I'm not good for 45 a night because number one, I got to play 40 plus minutes. When I say 40 plus, I mean on the other side of 45. I got to play 45 close to 48 minutes every night. And teams are not doing that with him. This is your commodity. They're not doing that with him. On top of that, I just told you guys, he cracked 6 threes against the Portland Trailblazers and told us, don't get used to me doing that because that's not my game.
You guys are stuck in this whole three ball.
We're obviously talking about a hypothetical situation here, right? So just hold on.
It don't even gotta be
in this hypothetical situation, it's like where his intention is to average 45. This isn't just a regular season, y'all. We're just talking about it. Does he have the capability? So it's like, real quick, hold on, because it's like we can't do this like we're trying to do something crazy and then we bring logic back into it. Like we got to either be illogical or be logical.
Okay, so can we agree on that baseline? Okay, so before we do that, so I'm with Ox, but can we at least agree on the baseline that saying MJ would average 45 is crazy? So that
Yes,
we can actually go into crazy
insane.
land.
Yes, that's insane.
Are we all on the same page? Saying MJ would average 45 is crazy. Now let's entertain it and explain how it would be possible.
Because Penn, the way Penn saying it, it's like, no, this would happen. Like, no, probably wouldn't. But does he have the capabilities of it? If you put the proper team around him, that's what I was saying. Like, put some real hoopers around him, but have these hoopers obviously playing backseat to Jay because they're like, no, you're averaging 45 this season. Like, if it's something like that, then yeah, cool, that could probably happen.
Okay, I'm fine.
If we're on a weak ass team and they're trying to win games, like they're not gonna win if he's shooting 33 shots a game. And this is super illogical. But if we're gonna do an illogical thing, let's keep it illogical. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I still want to keep it. I still want to keep it logical. That it's illogical. I still want to keep it logical. The 45. Let's steer our focus elsewhere from 45. I think we are just emphasizing the 45 so much. I do want to say, if you put Jordan in place of Shea, same exact team, same roster build, where it's like we are counting on you to take all of our shots and lead us to the promised land. This is what I'm saying. Shea averaged 32.
Yeah.
Jordan is averaging at least 36 with this team. And I'm thinking it's closer to 40.
How many minutes is MJ playing? Because
Shea plays 34. If Shea plays 34, I think Jordan gets 36 in 34.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to make
Morris,
sure
when they're blowing out teams, he stays in until he gets his number. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, Jay, you good? Keep playing.
Then yeah, I think he could average in and around 37, 38.
How many more shots per game is he taking than Shea?
I think
Shea takes 22 shots.
He led the league in shots attempted, but I think Jordan takes he takes 2, maybe 3 more.
Jordan,
and this is the reason why I'm saying this.
25.
This is the only reason why I'm saying this. Jordan is so unstoppable to the rack that it's like he doesn't have a choice but to take him because it's candy from a baby. It's a little harder for Shea to get to his shot than it is for Jordan.
Is he shooting that 38% from 3 like Shea did?
Probably
not. Shoot 6 of them a game?
Probably not.
Just under 6 a game.
In this scenario, let's say he shoots 4. 5.
What? 32%?
33. Sure.
Yeah, 33.
Why not? But Morris, it's a lot more of it's a lot less of the passing.
Still at 32.
Because when Jordan gets past that first defender, he's blowing by that first defender. And
for sure. That first defender,
he's up in the air. Boom, boom.
Yeah, he doesn't exist.
I don't care about like the laugh. I don't know what.
No, I'm agreeing with you, bro. Jordan would be insane in this. I wouldn't even be able to fathom.
When he go basket, there is no kicking it out to this guy.
I would love to watch in today's era, but he would. The whole point was the 45 thing was ridiculous. But just when you're using Shea, so he's playing more minutes, he's shooting, you said 4 more times, but he's taking 3 less threes at a lower percentage. You're balancing out the scoring because if he takes 4 more, he makes 6. He takes 2 less. He makes 2 less threes. He's losing 6 points. That averages. Okay, Shea was a free throw merchant. Y'all said you couldn't touch him. He went to line 8-9 times per game. Jordan's going to go 6 more times.
Jordan goes 13 times.
This man was in the league right now.
Yeah, but my thing is the passing out, the passing away, like the driving and kicking. You get a little bit less of that. I think Jordan is shoot 28, 29, 30 shots a game. Like he's
on that OKC team. That's really not crazy.
He's a way better.
That's really not crazy.
Kickouts to Lou Dort. Those kickouts to Lou Dort is Jordan swinging on the rim.
He averaged 26 shots a game in '93 when they won the championship.
Y'all making me sad. I don't know why we talking about this.
Dort only shot 8 times a game. Like
we're never gonna get to see this.
Well, not just Lou Dort. I just said
we all gonna get to see it. Jalen Green next year in Phoenix. You gonna see?
Stop
it. Green next year in Phoenix.
He's not even J.R. Ryder. I'm good.
Go ahead.
Not even J.R. Ryder. I'm good.
But we all agree MJ would be the best player in the league today.
Yeah, bro. You think y'all think I glaze? If Jordan was here,
he's the greatest player of all time. That's not the debate.
Yeah.
Well,
second, third's better.
Yeah, second.
Bill Russell.
No doubt.
Kareem.
Yeah.
Not for you.
You're the greatest player if you're not the best at your position. Only 5 guys can be in the conversation for greatest of all time. It's the ones who are the best at their position.
What?
Kareem.
Oh, I don't agree with that, but I also think Bill Russell was a great center anyway. I don't agree with that logic.
But fluent, because the second best at one position can be the best, can be better than
the second best at one position.
No. I never said you can't be higher. But if you're not the best center of all time, how can you be the best player of all time?
You might be the best center of all time. You might be.
Well, Kareem is the best.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
the greatest center.
I can't give an example because I think MJ is clearly the best two guard. But in theory, if you are the second best shooting guard, but I think you have a very strong argument to be the best shooting guard, you still have a claim to be the best player ever.
So what I'm saying is, if you definitively say here's the best player at each
definitively, yeah, that's a different conversation. Definitively, yeah.
So okay, so then you can add the second best player if it's close. But if you're definitively the best point guard, definitively the best, like, okay, I always tell people,
if it was definitive,
the only people you can make a GOAT debate for are probably Magic and Steph, because they're the best 2 point guards ever. No one's arguing, I think, with that, right?
I saw Oscar Robertson be the best team.
Some people throw Jerry West into those talks.
Whoever yours are.
Some people throw Jerry West into those talks.
Sure. Yeah. Shooting guard, you probably say what? Jordan and Kobe?
Yes, those are the two.
Okay.
Those are the two.
Small forward, Bron.
It's really just Bron.
People say Bron, but it's Bron.
Yeah, I guess.
It's power forward, you'll say Tim Duncan and KG.
It's really just Tim Duncan, but yeah.
And it's really just Tim Duncan. Okay. And then at center, who's the greatest center of all time?
Bill Russell and Kareem.
Depends on what you like.
So whichever one that
you could throw a Wilt in there. You could throw a Wilt in there.
You could throw a little yoke in there.
So my point is, for you, Mars, you'll say these are the 5 that I have at each position. Well, then those are the only 5 you could make a case for, because the second best center, the second best small forward, the second best point guard can't be the best because they're not even the best at their position.
I hear you, but
Bill Russell can't be in the GOAT conversation because he's not even the best center of all time.
I have Bill Russell as the best center.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's different.
Always well, but also, like, for example,
then you can make a case for Kareem or Shaq.
Yeah, but for example, I had Steph as my number 1 point guard, Magic as my number 2. But I think they're so close, like, for this ideology.
You can make that.
I think I could make the argument for Magic as the number 1 point guard, which would mean I can make the argument for him to be the GOAT. That's all I was saying.
Sure. That's all. All right. Peace.
You out? Tony, leave him alone.
I'm out. Are we going tomorrow? We back?
Yes.
Fluent and Chill, 8 o'clock tomorrow?
Who's back?
Yes, sir.
Where can the people find you at?
Sports Fluent and Chilltown Hoops. Much more. I'm going to change the topic because we didn't land on the moon. That's our conspiracy theory. And then we're going to talk basketball the rest of the 2 hours. 8 o'clock, Sports Fluent, YouTube, and Chilltown Hoops YouTube. We're also on X.
Who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper? Rakim.
You're not the best. Your favorite?
Rakim.
Is he the
Jay-Z?
best?
Argument for the GOAT case?
I have him as the greatest rapper of all time, but that's
and your favorite. Okay.
And my favorite, yeah.
Is Jay-Z a top 3 rapper of all time?
No.
I mean, thank you.
Unless you're counting record sales.
He's better than Kendrick.
Hey,
Drake,
Fluent,
though, right?
Fluent. What about Pitbull?
Get out of here.
Look, Pitbull himself thinks that he's the best rapper.
Get out of here, Jay-Z.
Do you rate Pitbull in the top 10?
No, I don't.
Who brought up Pitbull? Who's ever talked about Pitbull up here?
Pitbull, sorry.
Man,
All-Star Weekend, you were dancing to Pitbull. We all seen you do it.
Oh my God.
I've never listened to Pitbull. Except when he would. Wait, what was that song he had a Pretty Ricky?
At the club, that's
What's that song he had with Pretty Ricky? Ox? Back in the day.
I don't know the name of it. I don't know. If I heard it, I'm sure I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, nice little bop back in the day.
Pitbull really, like, he a legend in his own, you know what I'm saying, culture, genre, you know what I'm saying?
Worldwide.
Pitbull got
Pitbull ain't no joke. I'm not disrespecting Pitbull at all.
I wouldn't put it
it's actually very rare thing, like any sport or any genre that, like, my favorite. I don't have him as, like, the best too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how? I don't understand how that works.
Same way.
Like, for instance, like in basketball, Kareem's my GOAT, but he's not even like my top 5 favorite.
Yeah, but
yeah, your favorite doesn't have to be your.
If you enjoy listening to someone the most, how are they not the best rapper to you? You get what I'm saying?
Well, because it's like, if it's like based on like criteria type stuff, like for instance, like in rap, if it's like if we're basing it off like who's the most lyrical, who has the, like, but you know, this and that, it's like, okay, I can acknowledge that he's probably better at this and this and that. But I can relate to this.
Just because you like listening to Will Smith, you can acknowledge he sucks at rap. You know what I mean?
No, he doesn't. Not early Will Smith.
Will Smith is not.
I guess I just view music way more. I view it through a more subjective lens.
Y'all need to listen to more Will Smith.
Yeah, just trying to be trendy for no reason.
Get out of here.
You've actually said it yourself, Mars, that you seen guys who you don't enjoy watching aesthetically, but they're the best.
Yeah, because their quality, their impact on the court is what you can see.
So
how they do it is different. But when you're listening to music, isn't the best the one you just prefer to listen to?
Later, guys.
Like, isn't that just like that's what I mean? Like basketball is like you're watching the court, you can see how that impacts in the game. So I might not like how you're doing it, but I can see the impact. Blah blah blah.
Can't
Music,
you appreciate
I'm actively listening to you. I prefer listening to you over this guy, but I'm gonna say this guy's better, but I don't like listening to them. That doesn't.
Nas is the best rapper ever. Nas is the best rapper, hands down. Nas is the best. It's Nas. He's the best. My favorite rapper is E40.
Fox.
Nas doesn't even crack my top.
And Nas is the best because of like his skills, if that makes sense. Like he does
skills, wordplay, all that. He clear.
Yeah, I respect
but to your point,
but that doesn't appeal to your ears the way E40 does.
Well, Nas is
one of my favorites too.
There's people who sound different too, and you might like the sound of this person, but their rhymes aren't the same. Their rhymes aren't better.
Maybe they're from your city.
Aesthetically, but because the way that they sound, it's just like, for example, I think Biggie's the best. Biggie's the best I've ever heard. Rhymes, flow, he's the best that I've ever heard. But as far as a favorite, there's a number of different guys. Like Slim Shady is my favorite.
Cool.
He is.
Better rapper than Biggie, by the way.
I guess, yeah. I'm like a major music casual. As far as I'm concerned, if I prefer listening to you, you're the best.
Yeah, I love Slim Shady. Yes.
That's the depth of my analysis.
So the same logic applies. Like when you're talking about, like, see, Mars, you break the game down differently, right? So you're breaking the game down like a guy's impact on the floor and how he's rebounding it. I'm watching Dominique throw the ball through the rim on Robert Parrish. I'm watching how he finishes in transition. He's my favorite guy to watch. James was a better player. Jordan was a better player. So
this ain't
they did
ASMR.
affect the game a little bit more.
Well, he said Biggie, the whole song went through my head.
But aesthetically, when I'm watching Dominique, I want to see that. Same way I want to hear, like, I like Mary J. Blige. Like, she sounds fantastic. But she's not a better singer than Shaka Khan, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's just I'm a music casual, so I guess I'm like pure ear test when it comes to music. I'm not diving into lyrics and wordplay and all of that. It's just what do I prefer listening to? That's the best blah blah blah.
Greatness
but basketball, I'm
respect.
more nuanced, I guess.
Right,
so.
like greatness is respect. Like this person has the best lyrics. This person has the best consistency. This person has the greatest longevity. I think you got to put up GOAT. Like you put up 5-6 great albums, like albums, not singles, albums. I think you got to respect that. But maybe you enjoy listening to this other guy because his story reminds you of you, or maybe he comes from your city and you like appreciate him. You know, or maybe he comes from your city and you hate that he represents your city. Shout out to Drake. So you know. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We got some super chats, so let's go ahead and make it happen. Teddy Hart sent through a super chat and said teams would literally key in on MJ and would triple team him at the expense of letting anyone else beat them. MJ would have to play 1v5 for 82 games against athletes that he doesn't have as wide of a athletic gap on that he used to.
He is less of an athletic outlier today than he was back then. Still the most athletic player in the NBA. I want to make that.
I think he's more of a basketball IQ outlier, though. I'm seeing the way that super smart players today who don't have anywhere near the athletic skills that he has are dissecting the shit out of the game. Luka, Shea, Hallie, Trey Murphy. Trey Young, Jokic. I'm seeing guys who think the game out properly, but don't have necessarily anywhere close to the advantages. And then I'm also seeing guys who don't think the game that well, but have a lot of the same physical advantages that MJ had, but maybe not as good as MJ, like a Giannis or a Anthony Edwards. And I'm like, what if I combine the two? What if I give him all the, cerebral advantages that the smartest players in the league have? Because MJ was hella smart, but I also arm it with like this insane first step. What if I take Donovan Mitchell and make him just a way better player and stretch him out to 6'6"? I give him that downhill advantage, and I give him all the space. And oh, by the way, I give him a stretch big. I give him a stretch big to work with, and the paint is clear. And I give him a decent coach who can hunt mismatches on him. And I give him more transition play. Or shit, what if I put him in place of Pascal Siakam on the Indiana Pacers, and I give him a Hallie level point guard to play with, and I give him a stretch big like Miles Turner? He might average 45. I'm saying.
Nah.
You're muted.
You muted, Mark. Ron.
Estiman R&DM. Shout out the boy. He said, not gonna lie, this MJ convo was a hard watch / listen. He might go and he would be the leading scorer. And sure, if the scenario is he will do everything to get 45 while sacrificing everything, you can make that argument for more players.
That's what I wanted to get.
There just aren't that many players you can make the argument for, though.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a bunch, but the reality is there has to be more than one. If you're telling, as long as we, to Ox's point, if we agree on the baseline that 45 is not happening, but if we throw all logic out the window and just say how would it have to be done, we do that for MJ, then you would have to do the same for Joel Embiid, James Harden, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant. You'd have to do it for all of them. And then by that point, MJ's no longer the only one who's capable. LeBron James, MJ's not the only one who's capable of doing that. If that's how we're going to do it. Because LeBron has all the physical advantages, just like Michael Jordan did. LeBron has all the cerebral IQ that Michael Jordan did. James Harden doesn't have all of the physical advantages, but he has the three-point shooting and the volume that neither one of them can replicate. Same thing with Steph Curry. You add all of those things together, there's going to be more than one person.
Does he have the stamina
capable of doing it?
Does he have the stamina to do it? James Harden, does he have the stamina?
Well, I think 18, he proved that he does.
Hell no.
When you're isolating that many times a game and dribbling that much, yes, you have some of the best endurance in the NBA.
But you're taking plays off defensively.
So is Jordan. So is Jordan. So is Jordan, by the way.
Hang on.
So is Jordan.
Do you think MJ's playing all defensive level defense while averaging 45 in this hypothetical?
I think he's a much better defender than James Harden.
That's cool, but we're not asking him to be we're not asking James Harden to be a better player than Michael Jordan.
So
we're asking him to average 45.
If
James Harden could play no defense, if that's what it takes.
Do you know what is so impressive about Michael Jordan, even theoretically averaging 40 plus, is that he would not be a weak defender on the other end, and that he would not be a pylon.
He's a better player than James Harden.
Joel Embiid is a good defender, which is why what makes his off. He's a very good defender. I say he's better than Michael Jordan.
I'm the bad guy, so I'm gonna just leave it alone.
He's a better defender than Mike.
You can make the case. You can make the case just because of his value near the rim. But Embiid's role defensively, because of his immense size and whatever in their scheme, is just less taxing than Jordan's defensively. He's not chasing guys around screens. He's not chasing guys off ball, whatever. So I'm saying if you gave Michael Jordan the Luka Doncic treatment on defense, where we're gonna let you relax in the corner and we're gonna carry the load for you, I really do think. I mean, let's not be crazy here, Swiper. Like
that's what he did. That's what his role was.
You're saying Shea was hidden defensively?
Yes, he was absolutely.
For comparing Caruso and Shea in terms of defense.
No, Shea was insulated by OKC.
Yeah, role. It's the role.
He was insulated. Yes, he was not guarding.
And the same would have to happen for MJ. If you're gonna burden him with 45 points per game,
very simple.
Yeah, MJ would be a help side rim protector as a guard.
But he didn't do that when he was averaging 36. Y'all didn't.
MJ, that's absolutely what he did. Go watch games from 87. They're online. You'll watch MJ be an off-ball defender, playing lanes and hunting blocks. That's what he did. He wasn't this POA stopper routinely. That's not what he was asked to do. You know why? Because when you're asking someone to do that much on offense, you have to hide them on defense. Not to mention, at that point in time, MJ's best defensive skill set was his defensive playmaking. So it benefited the Chicago Bulls to have him rest away from the basketball defensively and maximize his defensive playmaking ability. MJ wasn't just guarding opposing team's best player in 87. That's not what he was doing. And if he was doing that, I can damn near guarantee he wouldn't have averaged 37 doing that, because that takes away a lot of his breakaways. That takes away a lot of his energy because he's committing more to it on defense. He wouldn't do that. Just watch the games. You can find like six. You can find like 6 games from 87 on YouTube. You'll see MJ be guarding off the ball. That's what he does.
Jordan was a high motor defender. He was active in the passing lanes. Okay, well, I'm trying to tell you that I'm going to take that high motor and I'm going to turn it down to 0. Okay, I'm going to hide you in the corner. Okay. And that's my point. Like, if I can insulate you with a great defense like OKC, and I put that many great defenders around you where you don't really have to work defensively, I'm really opening up your legs to score offensively. Don't pause needlessly. Okay.
Next super chat.
I just made a look.
Teddy Hart said the best rappers: Nas, Andre 3K, and Black Dot.
I've never heard of.
Is Teddy in over 30? I think he must be over 30. Possibly. Maybe over 40 with that, actually. That's even before my time.
Shout out Teddy. I didn't know you was an old nigga. All right. The next super chat we got is from Mars. Hezo Mellow Jello. Remember to add him on. Mars, are you gonna play with him with the rec?
No.
You tried, Hezo.
That's crazy. Open world for him. Can't even a shot.
Well, I mean, if he ends up on my team coincidentally, then yeah, I'm not going to seek him out. But if he just ends up on my team at some point, shout to him.
Mars, are you a 2K snob?
Am I a
2K snob?
A 2K snob? Like,
no, I just play with the people I play with, and that's it. I'm not. We chilling.
All right, y'all. Melo Williams said Eurobasket has been fun to watch. Denny, Laurie, Giannis, Jokic, Sengun, and watch for my favorite. I think his first name is Mika Moradin.
He's that 17-year-old from Finland.
Yeah, he's going.
I think he's going to Arizona. Is it? Oh, I thought he was going to Arizona. Or he played high school in Arizona. Something like that.
Yeah. I thought he committed to Arizona, but Laurie Markkinen just went to Arizona. So that's what I was thinking of. Okay. I know because I just seen a post from him just last night. I don't think he's committed yet.
Yeah.
Larry Markkinen looking quite good, isn't he?
Yeah, looks great.
It's almost like those on-ball reps Utah were giving him are paying dividends.
They were talking about also too. Read Will Hardy when he went over there a couple years ago. He actually designed the offense around Laurie based on what he did in playing Finnish basketball in the summer. So maybe we could see a little bit of that again this year.
Try to tell people because Lowry the year before last year had like his best year of his career. Everyone was praising Lowry. Then last year was kind of like a regression. But I was trying to tell people. Anyone who watched Utah games now, tough watch, put out there. They were using him differently. Like to Penn's point about Scotty Barnes and how they were using Scotty Barnes to just evolve his skill set on a team that isn't winning. They were using Lowry. Yeah, they were using Lowry in a very different way. So people were just like, oh, Lowry's regressed. He's not as good. He's shooting below 40% from three. He's averaging only 21 or whatever. But they were using him very differently. And I think you're seeing the evolution of his game.
What's the key difference, Mars?
They gave him a lot more on-ball stuff. They've asked him to do a lot more in the mid-range. So when you look at his overall shot profile, it's less. He diversified his shot profile. Before it was a lot of off-ball, off-screen threes, a lot of backdoor cuts for lobs and stuff. Now they've given him a lot more face-up opportunities. They gave him a few more pick-and-roll reps. They gave him more opportunities to just have the ball in his hands and create. So he struggled with that throughout the year, especially when on a Utah team. But I think you're seeing the dividends of it paying off when he has a better team around him and he's the focal point in a Eurobasket situation. I expect Larry Markkinen to have a good year next year. Not Utah to win any games, but Larry Markkinen I think will be closer to what he was in 23 or whatever it was than he was.
Yeah, one of the key differences, in my opinion, watching him play this year, because I watched an obnoxious number of Utah Jazz games this year, was that he was being used more as a movement shooter as opposed to a catch and shoot guy. Yeah. And I think that is a completely different skill set. And I have seen guys who morph from one to the other drop 15-20% in terms of efficiency because it's just different. You're running off a screen and you're catching it off the move and you're putting it up. You know, in terms of like corner shooting, like the threes, like the point I made with Scotty was like, okay, if we find out you're good from the corner, shooting 40 from the corner, and we take those corner threes and we say, okay, we know you get a catch and shoot corners, but we're gonna actually make you pull up from the logo, or we're gonna get you pull up 29, 28 feet, your efficiency is gonna drop. But the person who doesn't watch these games will be like, oh, Laurie washed. Laurie's not washed. Laurie's awesome. They were losing games on purpose.
Mars, when's the last time Giannis missed the playoffs?
Missed the playoffs? 27. No. When is the last time Giannis missed the playoffs? They were there because they were there when he played the Bulls in 15.
He's been in the playoffs ever since
2016. 2016, I think. The Bucks didn't make the playoffs since 16. So 17 onwards, they've been there every year.
Since he's been in the playoffs.
So it's like 8 years. Yeah, 2016 is the last time the Bucks went in the playoffs.
Okay, got it.
Mars, when you get a chance, by the way, chill, everybody. LeBron and Nike were just releasing a new ad. Don't know if you saw it, but it's like him putting on a crown, and then in it says LeBron James never broke. You know, blah blah blah, boom boom boom, and like basically it's a ad hominem to LeBron's greatness, and just
so he was just bending, but wasn't breaking.
Well, I thought he broke in.
No black man. That doesn't make any sense to me. Kareem said no black man ever listened to Slim Shady. I'm a big time Slim Shady.
Ever listen to who? Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
Yeah, Slim was like the man. Kareem's got to be 21 years old. There's no way. Yeah. Slim was.
No, he's not 21. He just be saying shit.
Yeah, but
Slim. No black man has ever listened to.
Yeah, Slim was in big time.
Kareem needs therapy.
Yeah, no way.
Badly.
It's just not true.
No way. Yeah.
I'm a big time Slim fan.
I mean, honestly, Dre, Slim, Snoop, like in 2050, I mean, that was the era. Like that's all we were listening to at that point.
Yeah.
Stop it.
All right, y'all. I do want to throw this on here. As of right now, these are the Eurobasket leading scores. You got Luka at 1, Laurie at 2 with 28.9. Luka's averaging 33.8, by the way. Giannis hit 3, 27.
No, that's their minutes. So Luka's averaging 33 points. Lowry's averaging 32 points.
There you go. And Giannis 29, Jordan Lloyd. Shout out the boy Jordan Lloyd on Poland. If you guys don't remember who Jordan Lloyd is, which you probably still wouldn't remember, he was the guy that was right next to Kawhi after Kawhi hit the buzzer beater and was like watching it go in. Jordan Lloyd was on that team and he was
the guy in the suit.
Yeah, he was in street clothes.
You see Giannis is shooting 74%.
Also, fun Jordan Lloyd trivia. They used him as Steph Curry in the Raptors practices.
What's happening right now, Moss? Am I in the Matrix? What's going on?
This man Giannis shooting 74% from the field.
What's going
ridiculous.
On? Shangoon 68%. We're gonna talk about Shangoon. I know.
Damn, y'all seen about what happened with Bogey, right?
Yeah.
He got hurt.
He should be okay by season though. But yeah, Serbia is definitely a different
team. By the season, for real?
No, he should be okay. I'm saying he should be fine for like NBA season. But
I'd sit him down at Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah, just shout out Dennis Schroeder and Franz, both
Serbia
averaging
plays
20.
15
That's
minutes.
Phil Larson.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly,
Fontecchio had 39 points the other day, I think, maybe 37. I can't remember how much it was exactly.
To do toast and good with lyrics, but if I can remember correctly, I think it goes, "Here we go. I should have known I was bound to get pulled into some shit sooner or later. You little haters are too jealous of us to love us. You hated to you and it made it in. Obi's coming. The Twizzy's coming. You're sick to your stomach. 50% of it's 50 Cent. The other 50% of it, whose color his skin is. And if you even think about taking our label down, you better fly in our building and fly and plane into it. I don't know what it is or what it could be, but I get a Woody when he's try to think they're going to put me. I forgot the rest of it, but that's Slim Shady.
Yeah,
right?
Slim was
that's part of it. That's a part of it.
If y'all don't know about, just go listen to "Forgot About Dre." That's all you got to do.
Don't even listen. If you don't got it by now, you just ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. You don't deserve it. You're not worthy.
Which is probably my favorite one when he said, "Oh no, big slim dog, 80 pounds, bald, 6-inch long, back up in the he's it, baby. You're crazy. He's so shady. Haha, give me the mic. Let me recite through Timothy White. Pickets outside, Interscope offices every night." It was incredible what he said.
Have y'all not heard Patiently Waiting?
Yes.
Have y'all not heard that verse on Patiently Waiting?
Have y'all not heard Toy Soldiers?
Toy Soldiers is
you
cold.
right there,
Kim was cold. All of them songs.
I'm gonna say this for the people in the cheap seats, and I'm gonna die on this hill. The only reason why he ain't in your top 5 because he's white. That's it. Because if he looked like me, he'd be a top 5. He'd be top 5 all time. So don't sit there and tell me that the only reason why he is who he is because he's white. Because I dig that a Slim Shady.
That Patiently Waiting verse right there alone, bro. Like, so that's what I'm saying. If you don't got it by now, you're not getting it. You just don't want to get it because you're mad that a white boy is a better rapper than most of your favorite rappers.
Stan Drop Dog and that video came out.
They're just mad because it's a white boy that's a better rapper than most brothers they like, and it's a problem for them. So if you can't get over that, they don't want to have that conversation. Yeah, if you can't get over that mental block, if you can't get over that mental block, you got to remember when you know what I'm saying. Like if you can't get over the mental block that a white boy is a dope rapper, then you just leave it alone.
Not just a dope rapper, Ox, doper than your favorite rapper.
And Drake all said it too. Like he was the heavy hitter of the era, bro. Like he was the heavy hitter. The way they found Eminem was stuff of like a storybook, like how he got discovered in the first place, and then how he came up out. Like he came from like real Detroit, like out of Detroit, brought everybody with him too. Like bro, M was nuts, bro. Like. But
you know what they say? They say, Swiper, it's like a shock value of saying the things you say. But it's like most people have never encountered a lot of stuff that black rappers talk about. Like your average person has never shot anybody or gotten shot or done some of these things. So it's like that's a crazy shock value too. So you can't just say that, oh, it's shock value because he said this about his mom. I'm like, yeah, okay, you've never done that or seen that, but have you ever done this or seen this? No. So it's all shock value. You know what I'm saying? So,
and honestly, and Raw ended here. The only reason M even calmed down, I'm talking about the only reason the hype around M died is because 50 came out of nowhere and got shot 9 times and then dropped in the club. That's what changed it in 2002-3. That was the switch from M and then it being 50 and then Wayne. That's when Wayne took off like with Fireman and Go DJ and Carter 1, Carter 2. That's literally how the era was. It was Dre, M, 50. And then Lil Wayne took over the rest of the time.
I didn't mean to derail the conversation. You guys were talking about Lori Marketing, who I am going to watch a minimum this season. I'm going to watch a minimum of 10 Utah games this year. Minimum. I'm going to be
chill,
watching a lot.
That's a lot of Utah games.
Let me know how it is over there.
I'm gonna be watching a minimum of 10 Utah games this year. Yes, I am.
I start off seasons watching a lot, like all of the teams, especially the teams who I think are going to be bad, and then it starts trickling off towards the end of the season or the middle of the season. But I do try to keep up with every team throughout the season. The only team I did a bad job of doing that for was the Wizards last year, and I actually missed how they looked once they acquired Chris Middleton. So I apologize, Wizards fans. But for the most part, I tried to keep up with teams, unless teams get like majorly injured. Like if a bad team is majorly decimated by injuries, I'm not watching the Hornets without LaMelo and Brandon Miller. Like that's just not going to be a watch for me. So
it's kind of like
when
you and I had this. It's kind of like you and I had this conversation a couple years ago, Mars, when I told you that I was going to watch Spurs games, and that was a very difficult watch, very difficult. But I'm gonna pay more attention to the Jazz this year off the strength of Lauri Markkanen, and I want to see what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and we'll get a chance to watch a lot of these teams too, just on playback. Like we'll be watching a game on playback. It might be halftime. It might be a commercial break. The game that we may be watching specifically just might be some bullshit. So we'll go over and check out other games. I think we should be just a lot more alert to go check out teams that we don't watch too often.
Maybe 5. I think I watched 4, maybe 5 Jazz games this past season. I didn't watch a lot of Jazz games. I'd be lying if I said I watched a bunch of them. I didn't.
I can't blame you. I don't think anyone can blame. I don't think Jazz fans can blame you. To be fair.
I just hate it when I got to listen to the people in the chat when we talk about the Trailblazers, Ron. I'm sorry, or the Bulls or something like that. And go, you don't watch the Bulls. I'm sorry. I don't watch every team all 82 games. I can't do that. It's physically impossible for me to do that.
That's not valid, though, because even if you were talking about the team that you watch the most, they still going to tell you don't know what you're talking about if they don't agree with you.
If they disagree with you, you didn't watch. Like, no matter who it is, no matter what it is, you didn't.
Like, this is the Shaq and unfortunately, this is the Shaq and Charles Barkley thing, right? Oh, I don't watch Detroit. I don't watch this team. I don't watch that team. I think that it's okay that you don't watch Utah Jazz games. I also think it's okay to commend someone who does. That's the thing. There's a lot of people in this space, analytics people or new content creators, whatever, like whoever, analysts who are actually watching at minimum 15 to 20 games every single year. And they're keeping up and they're doing their research. Okay. I'm watching Charlotte Hornets games in February, and I come up here and be like, well, ain't nobody got to watch the Charlotte Hornets. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck am I doing now? Why am I doing this? And I'm doing it for my own curiosity because I want to be clear. And, the one time I don't do it, I remember like last year, it was around the All-Star break, and I said, Cade's not a good mid-range shooter. And turned out that he had been shooting dominant mid-range shots, like, for a month and a half straight, and he turned around his season. And I was not aware because I was running a film festival. Or when I said, Brandon Ingram made a great passer, and Mars cooked me up on that. And he's like, he's a great passer. You don't know. True. I wasn't watching New Orleans that year. So I've learned the perils of not watching teams. I think I'm not speaking for you, Joe. I'm speaking for me. I made a vow to myself every single team at least 15 games. I got to do it. And I pick out the schedule and I say, that's interesting. That's interesting. Ace Bailey. Oh, I want to see him against this matchup. I want to see him against this small forward. I think he's going to do well there. Lauri Markkanen. I want to see him against Domas. I want to see him against Wemby. I want to see how he reacts. So I pick these games up before time and I can go find them.
I want to watch the Rookie of the Year play this year, actually, too. So I probably will be watching Jazz play a lot more.
Rookie of the Year going to get 5 minutes a game? Cool. Shout outs to Ace Bailey.
You want to bet on that?
No.
Yeah, that's a bad.
No, I was joking. He's going to start.
Field Boy 7 said 2 things can be right. Raps can have a better overall roster, or the Raptors can have a better overall roster, but Giannis floor raising can still propel them to top 8 in the East.
Top 6.
Floor raising. If he was 2021 Giannis, I 100% agree with that. His defensive abilities have regressed so considerably. He is no longer a top 5 defender in the league. So his ability to floor raise has to be on both ends. That's how bad that roster is. If he was able to single-handedly propel them into a top 12 defense, I agree with you 100%. But Gary Trent's a lot to make up for. KPJ is nuts. Kyle Kuzma is ass. Like, his team is bad, yo. Y'all need to see how bad this team is. And I don't think Cole Anthony is like a really good player at all. So,
I just think the Bucks have the best team of bad players they could have put around Giannis. I know that sounds weird, but I agree the Bucks aren't talented. I agree. But I think the players they have around Giannis, skill sets fit Giannis's game to where they can look better than they are individually, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like Taurean Prince is a flawed player, but being an elite catch and shoot guy who's a smart, solid team defender, valuable. Gary Trent, being an elite catch and shoot guy who is willing to take defensive assignments on the ball is valuable. Now, not a good defender, but willing to take assignments is valuable. Ryan Rollins being someone who I actually think is a good defender who can make threes, valuable. Miles Turner is probably the most valuable big man you could put next to Giannis. So that's valuable. So although I don't think they're a talented team, I think they have the infrastructure to win a lot of regular season games with the roster they have. I think no matter what, they lose in round one.
Who's
that
the best
team
player?
is not able to win a series.
Who's the
But I
best player
think
on the
they have
Wizards, Mars? Who's the best player on the Wizards? CJ?
Middleton.
Okay.
Middleton.
If you swap Giannis for Middleton and put Giannis on the Wizards right now with Middleton's crew, if you just swap those two, are the Wizards like a top 2 seed, top 3 seed?
With Sar and that crew?
I think what they lack,
CJ McCollum.
They lack a lot of the outside shooting. Like Bilal is just a clear negative on offense at this point. Bub is someone who's willing to shoot a lot of mid-range jumpers, but isn't the greatest three-point shooter. Alex Sarr is not a three-point threat at all at this point. The really only guys that I deem valuable for Giannis would be CJ, Corey Kispert, and Keyshawn George somewhat. But I think overall the roster is too flawed to fit Giannis's skill set.
Are they better than? Are they better?
They might have more. They might have more aggregate talent, especially in terms of intriguing talent. But I don't think the fit is as good, which is back to my point about the Bucks. So I think they'd be a worse team, although they might have better players. Might have better players. So it's a weird dynamic.
I don't know. I think I was trying to prove that his supporting cast is similar to Chris Middleton's. That's how
the Bucks don't have a talented supporting cast. I'm never gonna agree. I'm never gonna say.
So if he misses games, they're the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the Bucks look like.
So chill. To that point, 31-year-old Giannis, every minute he spends on the bench, they're the worst team in the league. Think about that.
But we've seen that
we losing the Giannis minutes.
But we've seen that we've seen that with other players. So I mean, I don't think
not to this level. Chill.
Yeah,
you know what?
We saw it with Russell Westbrook. We saw it with Russell Westbrook. We just saw it last year with Joker. We saw how bad they were with Joker off the floor. No, yes,
Joker's supporting cast was bad. It's not this bad. Okay, Russ's supporting cast was bad. It's not this bad. I struggle to think. Think about the last time in your lifetime that you have seen a top 3 player in the league, which I think we all agree Giannis is a top 3 player.
Russ wasn't even a top 3 player at that time. I don't think so.
So I'm saying right now.
Okay. When was Joker's supporting cast bad? I'm sorry, I just missed the year.
2022.
Yeah. Going into 2017,
it was
Russ
nowhere
was
near
top
this
player
bad.
in the game. No,
this is the worst supporting cast that any top 3 player, in my opinion, has ever had. I don't say ever.
Kevin Garnett exists, Pin.
Kevin Garnett's supporting cast was this bad.
They weren't good, yo.
Rasha Nesterovich, pretty good player.
Stanley Roberts, man.
What about
Sam Cassell, Latrell Sprewell? He had some good ones.
You're naming the team that
Terrell
got
Brandon,
to the conference finals.
Wally Zerbiak. Is Wally Zerbiak his best teammate right now? Is Wally Zerbiak Giannis's best teammate right now?
Big love for Wally.
Wally's good.
Yeah, he's
made an all-star team.
All-star game. Wally was not better than Latrell Sprewell. No, he wasn't.
Is all-star game Wally better than Miles Turner?
But
yes,
yeah.
In today's game,
yeah. I mean, Miles Turner's very valuable.
He clears Miles Turner. Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Giannis got.
But Wally wasn't always there. What year did Wally get there?
Wally got there early in the 2000, was it 2000, 2001?
Oh, one?
Around there. Yeah. I can't remember what year Wally got drafted.
All right, chill.
Merry Christmas. Fellas, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
I want to hear what you about to say. You said you guys are gonna hate what?
He got drafted in 99.
You guys are gonna eat crow. You guys are gonna eat crow.
Oh, wow.
This Milwaukee team is gonna be a lot better than what you think. You in particular, Ox. And I want you to pay attention. And I know you're not gonna pay attention to them, but I'm gonna be watching a lot more Milwaukee games this year because I need to get to the bottom of why. The reason why is because like the stuff that you say. No, it's not that you know. It's not that he doesn't watch ball, but like the stuff that you say about teams and the stuff that you say about players. I need to get to the bottom of why KPJ is consistently either in the rotation or starting. One of two things is going on. Either he got film or he better than what y'all think he is.
He's talented and
that's going on.
Really, 100% really so low IQ.
And we can kill that narrative that chill. It's the East though. Like we've that Eastern Conference is weak shit. That's been over for years. We're done with that. No, I'm good on that.
Not because Tatum and Tyrese. Well, but with Tatum and Halliburton blowing their Achilles, that really
it weakened it. There's a difference between it being weak and weakened it. It did weaken it.
Those are two of the top teams, too.
Yes, sir. It definitely did weaken it. Meanwhile, I got people telling me that Indiana's going to make the playoffs when you lose your point guard and your 5-man.
They're not
They're
making
gonna make the
playoffs.
playoffs. Give me a break,
they're
man.
not.
I'm good. I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all dudes tomorrow.
All right, chill. Hey, Penn and Ox, y'all gonna have side dishes with that crow that you eating? Y'all gonna have like mashed
I don't need to have
potatoes
crow
and-
because last year I watched a certain Scotty Barnes that you consistently disrespect, the guy that you refer to as 14-4-4, doesn't impress you. That bullshit. Yeah, let me tell
talking
you.
about 4 steals and 4 blocks.
Cooked up because Scotty said he's gonna win defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
But not my
0
I will have the
points.
side dish. Ron, do you know the best side dish is that it's that Whole Foods mac and cheese, bro. That Whole Foods mac and cheese goes crazy. But go ahead, y'all. Actually, it's almost noon. They about to put some of that out. So
there's only one team that Giannis failed to crack 18, 19 points against last year, and it was Toronto. And I will tell you, in 3 games against Toronto, he only averaged 23 points per game. Only averaged 23. It's not far off.
All right. Nico said in a super chat, is Jokic an ethical rebounder?
Yes. Yes, 100%.
What's an ethical rebounder?
Stat padding.
Come on, bro. Not after you started this.
No. Oh, the contested rebound stuff? Is that what it is? Ethical rebounds? Oh, I didn't know it was called ethical rebounds. Contested rebound. Jokic gets contested rebounds, but I also think Jokic has some Moses Malone to him where he'll miss shots to get rebounds.
Get real talk hating in the chat.
When Jokic does it though, it's actually very calculated because he's so big, he's heavy as shit. He'll just throw it up and lay on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't. He just get it right back. Like I see Jokic.
He gets himself in a better position to get a shot, but I do think missing shots on purpose to get rebounds.
Real talk will never miss an opportunity to take a swipe at me. Or to take a swipe at Jokic. I really don't understand.
Right. It's low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit.
Low hanging fruit. Greatness is low hanging. I get you.
Damn. All right. Unlimited Z said in the stretch where Dame was hurt, Giannis in the starting lineup was elite. When they played Giannis at PG, he averaged 33, 12, and 9. Offense was elite also.
That's the vision I have for. I think Giannis is going to be that point guard. Like he's not going to be listed as point guard, but he's going to be that point guard. So that's the vision I have.
He said this last year. He said he wanted to be more like Scotty Barnes. You remember that? Yep.
He did say that.
So
I don't blame him. I mean, Scotty Barnes would be my idol too.
Moons Terret said, since part of the GOAT case is relative to error, Bill Russell, would you argue that a guy whose game dominates any era should be taken into account? Bron.
I don't care about that, but I think it's a fair case to make.
There you have it. Fair case. Teddy Hart said, Swiper, I'm a 93 baby, by the way. So yeah, I'm 32.
Jesus Christ. There's so many old people who watch us.
Shout out all the
93 is old.
You need to appeal to the younger demographic. This is
facts.
A bunch of old people.
No, I hate the younger demographic.
Hate.
Yes,
I hope your children are watching this.
You would want my children to think I hate them, Pin? That's what you're saying?
I'm curious why you say.
Bro?
I mean, you said something about fat children.
I don't mean the babies. Like if you're under 12, like okay, you get a pass. I'm talking about the people between the age of 16 and 26. They're freaking assholes. Not you, Mars. Of course, you know when I say things that you fit into, I'm not talking about you. Well, sometimes you do be an asshole, Mars, but that's okay.
Absolutely.
But I'm just saying though, like them dudes. But I'm telling you, like that group of people right there, from like 15 to like 29, are just
what do they do?
Schools, bro. They're just
what they do,
straight
guys.
assholes.
What they do to
bro,
you?
for real.
No, what do they do? Actually, I'm curious.
Nothing but be assholes and take mental health days. You know what I'm saying? Just assholes, bro.
Are they like they're lazy?
Wait.
I wouldn't put that on them because I'm not, and obviously I'm not talking about everybody because there's
Are they late for things?
Exceptions, everybody. They're just jerks, man. They're just you know what it is? They're kind of selfish. They're like selfish and oblivious to their impact on other people. It's like you don't realize the impact they're having on other people, but you just don't care though. It's like other people live on Earth, right? Like us, like millennials, we were raised to care about others and think about others. Like Gen Z, they don't give a shit about nothing. They just, you know what I'm saying? They litter, Pin, like throw trash on the ground. Like, who does that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? you know, and then they just they're just mean. They're really mean people, you know, selfish and mean.
Bullies?
It's like, what's wrong?
They're kind of bullies.
But it's like bullying just to bully, like, you know, it's just it's really just jerk. Just, you know, I don't even know the words. Like, I mean, oh my God. But yeah, that's the one pin. They litter.
They litter.
like what type of person litters?
A lot of people. A lot of people litter. Go to Singapore, Ox. You be the happiest person ever. No litter.
Super clean out there, man. Like, who litters, Ron? Like, could you imagine people littering?
Nah, I couldn't. Super chats. Void Sentry said Fluent and Swiper. They're not here, so we'll do our best to answer. He says it's a 10-team league. With the 7th pick, he got Gentry, Henry, Higgins, Hill, McLaurin, Swift, Moore. Was the order of the first 7 picks. He got Bo Picks at 10. Shout out Bo Picks.
I don't watch football.
I don't understand none of that. I heard Swifts and my mind immediately went to Taylor Swift. So.
See, I'm a hoop head, so I thought Robert Swift. I thought Robert Swift.
Yeah,
we got some illicit affairs playing right now.
There's certain words you just don't say up here on this panel.
What's wrong with that?
And you don't say Robert and you don't say Swift in the same sentence.
What's wrong with Robert Swift?
Robert Swift got a crazy ass story.
Sonic's legend.
Crazy story. I'm not gonna get into it, but you talking about trailer trash?
You used to
Whoa!
See him on the Thomas.
You said you used to see him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Hell yeah.
That's Robert Swift, man.
SMN R&DM said 1 Nas, 2 Biggie, 3 J. Cole, my top 3. And if you say anything else, I respect your opinion, but you are wrong.
J. Cole.
He enjoys listening to J. Cole.
Hey, Cole got top 3 action. If you ask me.
Top 10 all-time action for sure.
Unlimited Z said, if this team wins 50-plus games, Giannis unanimous MVP. Let's cue it up for him.
Giannis is my preseason MVP.
Let's get it
Him
going.
1, Luka 2, probably. Jokic 3.
No, if they win more than 50 games, yeah, he deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Adam West said Earl Tank Top is lyrically better than Nas, and it's not even close.
All right, Adam.
Shout out to Tank Top. Okay. I almost called him Earl Beater, but I wouldn't do Earl like that. I wouldn't do him like that, but shout out Earl. Grandpa Town said, why we doing this like we didn't see Point Giannis in whatever season, average 32, 15, and 9 without Dame, with the better squad now. Turner is better than Brook or greater than Brook, better defensively and more chemistry.
I don't know if he's better than Brook, honestly.
I do think he's gonna help him a lot.
He's better than Brook Lopez, I think.
I'm fine with that.
All logic, no emotion. Sent through a super chat and said, imagine Draymond and Jordan on the same team. Draymond will be carrying Jordan's shoes and paying his gambling fees. Oh, what? Shout out Draymond and Jordan, the duo we would all love to see, right? As Lusa 123 said, why don't we talk more about illegal defense being a thing in the 90s? Jordan would be 35-8 today. 5 assists, 8 rebounds today. Zone and doubles going to make him have more assists.
I think he'd average more than 5 rebounds.
38-8.
I think Jordan would be closer to like, what did he average in like 89 or something? He averaged like 32, 9, and 9 or something. Or 32, 8, and 8.
89.
That'd be more in line with his averages.
In 89, the ball minutes averaged 32 and a half, 8 rebounds, 6 assists.
Oh, 6 assists? Oh, okay. Well, he'd be more in line with like 32, 8, and 8, something like that, I think. 34, 8, and 7 in the right range.
3 steals, 1 block, so he'd still be better than Scotty Barnes defensively.
3 steals is crazy.
Teddy Hart said 88 MJ might be the most athletic today. Not 91 in my opinion, but he'd still be near the top.
AAMJ would be the best athlete in the league today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I do want to shout out all of our Hall of Famers. We got Vale, Multi-Kenny, Worldwide Mace Television, Bulletproof, Kingster, Joe Breezy, Cheese, the chat membership MVP, Teddy Hart, Trevi, and everybody else in between. Shout out to all the MVPs. Shout out to all the VIPs. Shout out to all the Hall of Famers. You guys are goated. If you're not a Hall of Famer yet, join up as a member. Subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Players' Choice across all of those platforms. All right, we do got a couple other members too. I don't want to say you guys are other members because you're not other members. You're still a part of the family, but you're just like that second cousin, you know. But salute to you guys. You're still invited to the family reunion. Frank C. Shout out Frank C. Well, Frank C's a first cousin, not a second cousin. Shout out to Frank C.
When was he not a member? He's always been a member. No?
Well, your membership can expire. So you have to like re-up it. As Lusa 123 became a YouTube member. Mr. Banks also became a YouTube member. Sorry Key said Dub Mars, Dub Ron, L2K for Trey Young's 3-point rating. What's his 3-point rating?
I'll get it right quick. Trey Young has where is
It did my man Trey dirty. That's crazy.
Oh wow.
Like 70 something?
That can't be right. Let me look.
Sure, the NBA hates Trey Young.
That can't be correct.
Trey Young might as well come play for the Kings because that's where
he has an 85. He has an 85 3-pointer.
They treat Trey Young.
That
like
puts him right, but that puts him behind Jordan McLaughlin. So if you think
who else is in the 85 range?
Okay, so 85, you have Trey Young, Jamal Murray, Peyton Pritchard, Rui Hachimura, Tim Hardaway Jr., Mike Conley, Buddy Hield, Gary Trent, Corey Kispert, Dalton Connect, Kelly Olynyk. Conker Nipple came in with an 85 right away. Nice. It's just weird because like Jordan McLaughlin has an 86, Joe Ingles has an 86, AJ Mitchell has an 86, the GOAT Nicholas Batum has an 86, Harrison Barnes has an 86. So like there's some names that I think Trey Young is in the range of, and then some names who I think he's clearly better than, who are higher than him. It's weird.
He's not a great shooter. He's a good shooter. Just takes insanely difficult shots.
Only 2 people have above a 90 for a 3-point rating, though. So they were very strict with that.
Steph
and KD.
Steph and KD. Yeah, Steph and KD. Steph has a 99. KD.
Sauceman Bandit 72 became a YouTube member, and he has a different profile.
Weird.
Oh, that's Penn. Oh, nice.
That's a screen grab off of TV. Okay, cool.
Shout out Sauceman.
It looks like
it looked crazy. Yeah, it looked crazy.
Retro also became a YouTube member. Shout out to Retro. And sincerely,
is that Bishop Don Juan?
Mike Bishop, Magic, Don Juan. Shout out to Sorry Kentrail. He has a Teletubby as his as well. So salute to everybody that became members today. I got a couple more members chats. One from Braden. He said, PC fam, what's good?
Oh, hello. I thought I was like leading up to something. Hello.
And last but not least, JBoy324 sent through a members chat and said, Swiper, check on Bama. Tell him it's hot in Florida. I'm not kidding. It's hot as hell in Florida. If you don't got no business in Florida, you better stay your country ass in Alabama. Shout out Florida State. All right, y'all. Oh, yeah, and the SEC football just really ain't like it used to be. I'm sorry for that league. I'm sorry that it has to fall off the way it's falling off. But somebody else got to step up, and somebody will step up. So shout out to the Big Ten and the ACC. All right, y'all. We about to get up out of here. But on the way out, is there anything that you guys would like to say to the people?
Merry Christmas.
Peace, y'all.
Man, Giannis is going to miss the playoffs for the first time since 16.
I think he might.
Well, if you think that's true, jump in the 50K Survivor pot or jump in the 15K weekly pick'em, and maybe you may win based on that prediction. Well, catch you tomorrow. We out.